Greetings, investigators, to another haunting episode of The Cock Show. Hello.
I just realised that isn't it?
Yeah, The Cock Show. Call of Cthulhu, man. That's what all the hip
Corrosion
kids are
of
calling
Conformity.
it. Yeah, that's it. Another great band. Hi, guys. We are the D&D show. Hope everyone's all right. My name's Luke. I am normally your dungeon master. However, we're currently playing Call of Cthulhu, so I am called a keeper. Instead, I am your keeper. Tales of the Crypt Keeper. With me tonight, I am joined by Sean F. Lee.
Hello.
James Bly.
Hello there, sir.
Gavin Bourne.
Good evening.
And Emily Keneally.
I was going to try like a good evening, but
Cool.
I'm not going to do it.
Yes. So thank you for anybody who is on the live stream. There's a few people there. This is an impromptu kind of surprise stream. However, for you people in the podcast, this is going to be the third part of our bonus episodes for Call of Cthulhu. Lisa is currently still at home looking after people with her family with the coronavirus, but we do have James back today, which is fantastic. So hopefully next time we record, she's going to be back and we'll be back to D&D. So yeah, Emily stepped up to the plate again. Thank you very much on this really exhaustingly hot Friday evening. It's only been a couple of days since we recorded and chatted last. I don't think we've got a whole lot to go through, really.
Not got much to say to each other.
No, not really. I'm sure James has got loads.
Oh, yeah,
it's
it's
been a
been
while.
so exciting. I went nowhere. I done nothing, and yeah, no, nothing happened apart from really, obviously, not being able to play, which was devastating.
Yeah, no, you were missed. You were missed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you know,
here now, better late than never.
this is it. Yes. What have I done in the past couple of days? Nothing. Bollocks all.
The mushroom exhibition's open at Somerset House. If everybody wants
Hey,
to, if
thank
people want to
God.
really come and see mushrooms,
Will that
there
still
you
be
go.
going in like 3 or 4 weeks' time when this goes live? When this gets released as a podcast?
who knows? I
Maybe.
think it will be, yeah. But
Somerset House. Google it.
yeah.
London.
Google it. If it's on in 3 weeks' time.
If you
look
like
it up.
mushrooms, if mushrooms are the kind of thing that gets you going, go and
Yeah.
check it out. Like, we don't get it. Gavin doesn't get paid anything for it, but you know,
No, I
apparently
know,
it's,
I
it's
know,
really
no.
good. He won't stop
They'll
talking about
sneak
it.
you in for a tenner.
Go and wash your hands at the hand wash stations that I installed in the courtyard this week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Next time I'm there, I'll
I'll
be like,
take you
my
up
mate
on
Gavin installed this.
Yeah,
But no, the fountains are apparently going back on the 4th, which is like the big draw to Somerset House.
Is
the
it?
really impressive fountains there, yeah. So
If you say so. I don't know.
apparently so.
Apparently
Yeah.
so.
the building is impressive enough.
Oh, the
It's
building
amazing.
is
Building
impressive.
looks lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the dungeons or whatever it's called underneath it. Oh, really
Yeah.
The Dead
it's awesome.
House, yes.
Yeah, how cool is that place?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Cool.
The guy who made the exhibition must be a bit crazy.
What, the mushroom exhibition?
Whoever came up with it,
That's
I'm
not
sure he's
crazy.
a
They must-
fun guy.
Oh.
I think you've used that one before, Sean.
I think he has.
I don't think it's the
Did I
first
use it
time
last
you've
week?
used. Yeah, I think
Never
you did.
gets old.
It never gets old.
Well, roll on next week. We might just come across some mushrooms in a
Well,
forest.
if I keep talking about mushroom exhibitions, maybe you can use it again. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool.
All right.
So, yeah, fuck it. Let's get going. I haven't got anything to talk about, and we're on late, and let's just do it. So, last time on Call of Cthulhu, the Haunting of Corbitt House, or whatever this adventure is called. Our not adventurers, this is not D&D, our investigators were hired by Mr. Knott, a landlord who had recently come in possession of a house that he could not rent out or do anything with. And apparently it's haunted. There you go, that's basically the plot. What happened? What did you do? I don't remember. You did some investigating.
Yeah.
So you went to a library. So Emily, playing Dorothy Bridge, went to a library. and found out nothing at all. Then let's have a look. Then Dick Casey, the private eye, he went to
Hall of
the
Records.
Hall of Records, and you found out something interesting, didn't you? What did you find in the Hall of Records?
I found out in handout number 2.
Handout number 2, thanks. Let's have a look.
No, I didn't. That's a lie.
It's a lie.
Handout number 7.
Handout number 7.
Because I can't remember.
So
I found out that Reverend Thomas, the pastor of Chapel of Contemplation and Church of Our Lord Granter of Secrets, he was the executor of Walter Corbitt's will.
Yes.
Which is very fishy indeed.
It is a bit, and basically there was no further record there. You spoke to some kind of clerk or something who told you that the serious crime files are held at the police station, and that if you wanted to know more, that's the place to go.
Yes.
Excellent. And then the Globe, was it the Globe?
The Globe, yes, it was.
So you went
the
to
Boston
the
Globe.
Boston Globe newspaper place, and that was where Dave Pisswinkle, the washed-up journalist, found a story in their morgue, their clippings file, an unpublished story from the Boston Globe circa 1902. A feature story in 1918 which was never published. It states that in 1880 a family of French immigrants moved into the house but fled after a series of violent incidents left the parents dead and 3 children crippled. The house long stood vacant. In 1909 another family moved in and immediately fell prey to illness. In 1914 the eldest brother went mad and killed himself with a kitchen knife, and the heartbroken family moved out. In 1918, a third family, the Macarios, rented the house, but they left almost immediately after they all became ill at the same time.
Ooh,
That was that.
Charles.
And then Dorothy was smart, and she was like, let's go talk to these family, and they have been committed to the Roxbury Sanitarium.
Oh shit! I forgot about that bit.
Yeah. So Dorothy, you spoke to Gabriella Macario, who told you that sometimes at night I'd wake to find it leaning over me, and when it was angry the thing might cause dishes or other objects to fly around the room. Mostly though it just hated my poor husband Vittorio and concentrated its anger on him. You then went and spoke to Vittorio, who you went into. He's in a locked room, not padded, but in a locked room in a little rocking chair, gripping a Bible. And when you asked him if he was okay and if you could talk to him, he just went batshit crazy, opened up the Bible and started reading to you. And he was saying, by his own weapon is the devil worsted, by his own weapon is the devil worsted. And then crawled under a table and started rocking backward and forward. And that's where we left you.
What is that?
Is that largely it? I can't remember if anything else happened last week.
That was it, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
brilliant.
I think you're right.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Cool. All right. Oh shit! I just zoomed in. Didn't want to do that. Sorry. So where are we now then? So presumably this is like the end of day 2 of investigations now. So at some point, I imagine you're going to meet back up at your office and
rest.
kind of compare notes of what's happened and stuff like that, which I think is what had happened at the end of last session. You were starting to talk in character about what you found and what kind it could have meant. So let's just start from there, I suppose. Go. Action!
Jesus.
So we're back at the office, yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
And there's an awkward silence.
Go
Right,
on,
guys.
Pisswinkle.
So what you guys find out? Anything interesting?
Well, I found out a bit of interesting information. There's a reverend out there somewhere called Michael Thomas. You may have heard of him. He is the executor of Walter Corbitt's will, which is very peculiar. But no, there was no records in the whole. I can't say records in American.
Record.
Record. There was
Record.
no records in the Hall of Records. So they suggested I go to the police station, which I can't wait to do because it's full of dicks. That's all I got.
You only like the private dicks.
I only like private. I like my dicks in private.
And how about you, Dotty? Did you find anything, love?
Well, I went to the place. I forgot the name for it. And I spoke to Gabriella, and she said just some things about the house and how it was a little haunted and a bit spooky, but it mainly affected her husband. I later spoke to him, and he is not in a good condition and started ranting these things from the Bible. It was crazy.
Right. Well, turns out there's a lot of freaky shit going on down at the house. According to the Boston Globe, a lot of people died, a lot of people injured. It would seem something is strange and afoot.
There's certainly something fishy going on.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, what do you guys got? Any ideas on what we should do next?
Well, I'd like to head to the police station, dig around. Do we have any further information on Mr. Corbitt himself?
So the other thing that you were going to do, from what I remember, I just remembered actually, was that Pisswinkle was going to go to the library to see if he could dig anything up after Dorothy was just like, basically, she went there and then realised that she didn't actually know how to read. So
She's a failed English teacher.
so he came home. So there's that still. There's still possibly something that you could dig up there. There's still the house to investigate. And there's still possibly a fourth member of your team that you can get involved with.
We need to go and speak to... I think one of you is going to have to go and speak to Johnny Dickfingers. See if we can pump him for some information.
Johnny Dickfingers. I remember him well. Tell me, is he still running the
Last resort.
the last resort?
Last.
I believe so.
The last resort. Still there?
The last time
So what we got here is failure to communicate.
What we got here?
Thank you.
That is you.
Yeah. Well, what happened?
What we've got here is a failure to communicate.
Yeah, we absolutely have. Sorry.
I'm going to the library. I'm going to go and see what I can dig up there. And one of you two is going to have to go and see Johnny Dickfingers.
I'll go and pay Johnny Dickfingers a visit before I head over to the police station.
Maybe both of you can go and see him if there's nowhere else to go and dig up.
We could do that.
Well, you know,
Sounds
kind of
good.
between the three of you, who do you think has the best rapport with Johnny Dickfingers?
So Johnny Dickfingers was Dick Casey's mob informant.
Yeah.
So
make sure you
maybe
come in the
I
day.
think we get on, but maybe we don't get on too well. We're not friends.
I know about Dick Casey. You know what I mean? I probably know Pissy as well.
I wonder if he knows Dot. Oh, Dotty.
Good old Dot.
Possibly.
English teacher.
Possibly not. So, I mean, like you could perhaps... I mean, it's really up to you. Like I said, you know, imagine it's less with the D&D. You know, in D&D you don't want to split the party, but in this is real life. You've got no reason to be scared. So why wouldn't you go off on your own and do things? So it's really up to you. Potentially, Dorothy and Pisswinkle could go to the library together. You know, and you could go and see Johnny on your own.
Yeah, to be fair, if you're an informant, so if I'm your informant, I'm probably not going to appreciate it if you come with more than one person.
Yeah.
To be fair, like
Stay outside.
Maybe Dorothy goes for another nap. She's good at doing that.
Who knows?
Or why don't you? Where can you go? Why don't you? Do you think you would get any? Do you think you would get any information out of the police station? Maybe you could inquire for an address of.
She could always go and investigate the house.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to go do the house?
You gotta do the house, don't you?
Yeah,
go.
I could make.
I mean, you go
start.
maybe you should
maybe
go figure out what's at the house.
The what?
At the house.
Yes.
With an A.
What if perhaps? I mean, do you guys? But perhaps Dorothy wants to go to the house, and you guys are like, "Nah, not yet, you Dorothy. Not, you have to do our investigations first." And then you're like, "I tell you what, there's this guy that owes me a favor, bit of a brute. Perhaps he can tag along." You couldn't tell that was me talking and not Sean, then, could you?
Honestly, every
No,
second
that-
I double take.
that
That
was-
was
I was
crazy.
fucking
Thinking, how the fuck is he doing that
I was
without
like,
moving his lips?
This guy's just walked into our office. What the fuck is this guy?
Hi.
It was Richard Casey, Dick's brother.
So I think someone needs to go and dig up some information about this Reverend Michael Thomas,
Again, I kind of
the
feel
ex-Arsenal footballer.
yeah. So that's coming from the police station. I think it's perfectly reasonable for Dorothy and Pisswinkle to go to the library together. Two heads are better than one when you're doing research and you're doing.
There might be a ghost.
stuff.
Yeah, because we can roll twice. All right, we're going to the library.
Yes.
Dick, you go and speak to Johnny Dickfingers, and report back when we're done.
Sounds like a plan.
Day two, we're off on our little journey.
Okay. Let's just do Dick Casey first, and as he gets to the last result, just so we can get Johnny involved. You describe to us then, Johnny. What does your bar? This is America. It's not a pub.
Yeah.
What does your bar look like?
Right, basically, it looks like a fucking rundown old building. It's got boarded up windows. It's got like a gate on the front. You know what I mean? It's like got a double gated door thing. It's got the last resort on a sign above it. That's about it, really. You go in and it's a pretty standard affair for a shitty place like that. You've got a bar that's got like bars on it, like a bank bar sort of thing, to keep the punters the other side. Yeah, it's a pretty rough place.
Okay,
I don't know what you want.
that's good enough.
What do you want from me?
But at this time during the day, I'll probably be inside just polishing some bottles.
With his dick fingers.
Where's Dick
Yeah,
Fingers?
with my dick fingers. Yeah.
So
Polishing my bottle with my dick finger.
originally the name you chose was Johnny Three Hands, was it?
Oh, yeah,
I'm having
yeah.
to rewrite some stuff because I
But
wrote some
it's-
stuff
it's-
right there.
Is it just a case of these guys call you Dick Fingers because you're Dick's informant and you've got your fingers in Dick?
No, it's more that I've got my fingers in so many different pies, and it's not that I like put my dick in pies, but if we're using pies, it's a euphemism as well. But it's like, yeah, dick fingers, they're all over the place. It's like,
That old Dick Pie.
yeah,
Okay. Right.
basically.
So Dick Casey walks in.
As I walked into the, I've already forgotten the name of the fucking pub. What's it called?
The
last
last resort.
Oh shit! Can we change it to words I can say?
Last.
As I wa-
What
To the
words can
last,
you say?
last.
As I walked
No,
into
not
the
many.
doors of the bar, there he was, stood behind the bar, Johnny Dick Fingers McJames. Over the years, this guy had given me more information than Google. I've always said they call him Dick Fingers because he had his fingers in a lot of privates. I couldn't complain. 6 years ago, he helped me solve the murder of Tony Leone. He died when some gangster stood on his fingers. I know what you're thinking. How does someone die by having their fingers trod upon? Well, he was hanging from a window ledge at the time. I heard that Mr. Nutt may have had some ties with the mob, so I thought Johnny might be able to help me on the case. Hey, Dick Fingers.
Well. Fucking hell, it's Dick Casey. What the hell are you doing here? Last time I see you, you were treading on some guy's fingers.
Well, it's been a while. I thought I'd pay my friend a visit. What's going down on the streets, Dick Fingers?
Oh, nothing too bad, mate. I mean, things are pretty quiet at the moment. Why? What are you after?
Well, we're working on a case at the minute, and I was wondering if you could help. You know a lot of people in a lot of places.
Right.
Have you ever heard of the old Corbitt's residence on 243 South Street.
Oh, the Corbetts. Well, yeah. I mean, there's a little tale that I hear now and then that it's probably not a good place to go.
Well, have you heard anything
I don't
in
really
particular?
pay attention to that sort of crap.
What have
Well,
you heard?
Well, I've heard that people who go there go missing, or they go mad.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna move my hand out.
But that's not really information, is it? So what are you really here for?
Well, we could use.
I mean, that's just stories. Do you want a drink?
Oh yeah, I'll have my usual.
I'll get him out of cucumber water and
A fuzzy navel and the girliest drink on the menu. 2 fuzzy navels coming up.
yeah, get him a flirtini. Yeah, cool.
Well, we was approached by a guy called Mr. Nutt, and I was wondering if you had heard of him before. He owned a property. He owned a property on the said street that I said a moment ago. People have been going in, dying, going crazy, all sorts of crazy things.
I heard of this guy, Luke.
So yeah, when we talked earlier on throughout the day today, we
I'm
said
sort
that
of digging for information
perhaps,
I know James
you know,
hasn't got.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm happy for you to improv what you want. Maybe Mr. Knott has got mob ties. I don't know. Make it up.
Is he a rich man?
Yeah, so he's a landowner, so landlord. You know, so perhaps he does work for the mob. Perhaps he buys up properties to, whatever it's what's it called when you wash money, whatever the fuck it's called. As a launder money and stuff like that. Perhaps you said you've heard of the venue, so perhaps it's in the past has been used. People for nefarious drug meets and things like that.
Well, Dick, I don't really know too much about him. I mean, I know he's got his fingers in a few pies himself, property and stuff like that. I've heard some crazy stories, but nothing, any more crazy than the old house. So,
Have you ever heard of a Reverend Michael Thomas, or have you ever been to the Church of Contemplation? I believe it's around here somewhere.
Yeah, I'll go there. Pay penance. Put one in for me old ma, but
Well, we could use someone who's who knows at least one of the places I'm listing.
We know. I know a few things about that Reverend and all. So don't worry.
Excellent. Well, you know where my office is. Why don't you come and swing by later on this evening? I'll be there after I leave.
Yeah, all right, mate. I'll finish polishing my bottle and I'll be over.
Okay, treat yourself good, Dick Fingers.
I will. See you later, Dick.
As I left, he rolled his eyes at me, so I picked them up and I rolled them back.
Yeah.
Lovely bit of role play. And if this was D&D, I'd give you inspiration, but it's not.
That was hard because I was like, I'm trying to get answers out of like James was coming today with no knowledge of anything of what's going on.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to
pretty
ask.
much the same as real life for me, so that's all right.
I just kind of
I don't even
was
know.
hoping that you'd get him involved in the old plot. That was all.
Yeah, he did. Come by the office, so it's all good.
Okay,
James, we had an opportunity to just go on a wild tangent there.
You did.
There was several aliens that came down. Did you see them?
This game
I should have. Sorry.
All about storytelling in this game. Dice are secondary, and it's all about the creating scenes and moments that you guys to push the plot forward until eventually you get to the dungeon in inverted commas where I get to kill you all. And the rest of it is all just shits and giggles. No, well done. Loved it.
Okay. It's all right.
So Twitch chat are saying what Psycon sent and Lecky Macon in there are saying that the accents are brilliant. I don't know if that's...
All right.
Okay, so let's cut there before you go, because you've had your moment to shine, before you go to the police station then. Let's cut scenes to Pisswinkle and Dotty arriving at the... back at the library. And I imagine Dotty's probably like I'm telling you, like, I was here yesterday and didn't find anything.
All right, Dotty, don't worry about it. Let's go and have a chat. See what other shit we can find while we're here.
Okay.
You never know what you might find when you're flicking through some books.
Why did that sound weird?
I know.
It's sort of-
Through 30 magazines.
So, as I explained before, it's a library. You go in. Let's think of it actually. I'm thinking of. Have you ever seen
Ghostbusters.
early mid-90s film? No, not
Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
I was thinking that.
Early mid-90s film. Have you seen The Page Master with Macaulay Culkin?
I know of it, but I've not seen it.
Oh, mate.
Oh yeah, wait, I might have. Is that the fantasy one where he goes into the fucking
Goes into the stories. It's like half the film is animated. Yeah.
That's probably his finest work.
From what I remember, I've not seen it since I was a kid, but from what I remember, I loved it as a kid. So in that film, in the library, you walk in. It's this massive. There's books everywhere. There's an upper level, we're on a balcony, tresemme, whatever you want to call it, and then the desk is in the middle of the room, and it's round and stuff like that. So it's all wood paneling, marble floor, and literally there's just walls 20 feet high, which is just files and files of books.
7 when he goes to do the research in 7.
Oh, don't even remind me of that film. I won't be able to sleep.
I know that one.
You know what?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
That's in the
What's in the box? You know what?
That's
Hello,
horrendous,
Pete.
Bill.
Dad's Brace in the chat.
Hey.
You know what? I've got considering the fact that I used to consider myself a bit of a film buff and studied film production, all that kind of crap. I have never seen 7.
No.
Fuck.
You should
Never
watch
seen
it.
it.
Oh, yeah, like
It is
that.
good, but it is proper horrendous.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like I've got to the point in life now where if I've gone 30 years without watching it,
No, do yourself a favour.
and just avoid it.
No, watch it.
One of I talk to you guys about it all the time. I don't know if I've ever talked about it on stream or not. One of my absolute favourite podcasts, of which my 3 favourite podcasts, the Glass Cannon podcast. They've been going for years. They're massive. They've got a partnership with Paizo. They play Pathfinder and Starfinder. They're huge. They make like 70 grand a month from their podcast as a company, plus merchandising and all the rest of it. And it's a running joke for the past 5 years since one of the first episodes that the GM. Troy LaValle has never seen Jurassic Park, and they bring it up constantly all the way through it.
It's going to be brought up every fucking week. No.
I don't think they're the same. I mean, 7 and Jurassic Park is huge.
No. 7's huge.
Yeah,
It's like never watching Harry Potter.
Nah. Anyway, so you're in the library,
Yeah.
and then this jittery old man is like, hello, dear, back again. Didn't find what you were looking for yesterday.
No, I didn't. So this time I've brought a friend to help me. So we might find something today. Who knows?
Perhaps. What is it? Well, that's you're looking for.
We will
Well.
find out about the Corbitt House.
The Corbitt House. Was this a fiction, non-fiction, historical events?
Are you taking the piss? Either that or Chatworth Contemplation. Do you know anything about that?
Not really. There's thousands of books here. I haven't read them all, and I highly recommend H.P. Lovecraft. So if you like your horror,
Yeah.
or perhaps there's this new book that I've got in recently, straight from Europe. Fantastic. If you like your fantasy, Tolkien, I think his name is. Check him out.
Not really my bag, mate.
Are you from the university? What did you study? We've got, all the university books, Science 101 and Psychology 203 and all of them books.
I love the way he's now like this weird little salesman. Like, what do you see? What do you get? Huh? I got some nice watches. You want some watches?
Well, if there's anything I can do to help you, then you just give us a whistle. Except don't do that. It's a library. You gotta be quiet. Okay, so you head off to like wherever newspaper clippings or like history. I don't know where the fuck it is. And what you need to do is we discussed it the other day. Basically, for your roll per half day. Right. What I'm going to do is because there's 2 of you looking, there is a kind of rule in the game. It's very very similar to D&D's advantage system. Where you get to basically roll twice. So let's have a look. Role-playing dice, reading, dice roll variations. That's not under in that section. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bam. Where was it? It's not game system. Is it game system? Might be game system. Just looking through the rules now to find it for you. Difficulty levels, pushing rolls, pose, bonus and penalty dice. So they just call it a bonus dice. So basically, it's like D&D Advantage, where you roll twice and take the better result. But basically, you get to roll the tens dice twice and take the lower.
Ooh.
So you roll your so whoever's got the highest library use skill, which I think is Pisswinkle. If you roll your D100, and let me know what you've got. Pisswinkle.
Sorry.
Piss.
Roll
Pissy.
roll the dice.
What one do you want me to roll the
Yeah, so
20?
roll a D100. Your 2 D100s or your 2 D10s. Yep, roll that. What did you get?
10.
Oh, you're not going to get much better than that with the second one, but you can roll it again and see if you can get a 0.
I'll roll that again. 0, 0.
Okay, now roll your units dice, just your normal D10.
1.
So you have got 0, 1. You've got a 1. That's the best
Worst.
roll in
the best
the game. Yeah, the lower the better. So a 1 is the absolute best. So well done.
Well,
Okay, so
That'd be good.
yeah, jolly good, sir. Jolly good.
boom, boom.
So I'm going to give you 2 pieces of information because actually, you know what? Yeah, I am. I'm going to give you 2 pieces of information for that, rather than just the 1. So the first I'm going to give you is this. So if you look at handout 3,
In 1835, a prosperous merchant builds the house, but immediately falls ill and sells it to Mr. Walter Corbitt, Esquire.
then look at handout number 4.
In 1852, Walter Corbitt is sued by neighbours who petition to force him to leave the area in consequence of his serious
Yeah.
habits and unauspicious demeanour.
I'm actually going to give you, thinking about it, all you needed was a success, which would have been under the first one. You've got an extreme success, and on top of that, it's like a critical success. It's a 1. So I'm going to give you all the information. Fuck it, let's just push this storyline forward. So then you can check out handout number 5.
Evidently, Corbitt wins the lawsuit. His obituary in 1866 states that he has lived by. He
still lived in the same place.
His obituary in 1866 states that he still lived in the same place. It also states that the second lawsuit was being waged to prevent Corbitt from being buried in his basement, as provided by his will.
Oh, he's proper evil zombie.
Evils.
And then handout number 6.
No outcome to the second lawsuit is recorded. So Corbitt is buried in his basement. Is that right?
There we go. So essentially, each piece of information there should have taken you half a day to find. But because there's 2 of you, and because you rolled, like I said, the absolute best roll in the game, you're like, well, I've got this. And then you're like, hey, you're Essex, aren't you? Say, Dotty, here, tell you what, look, I've just found this. Go over there, get me that book there. And you're like proper telling her where to look and where to go. And the 2 of you are working like a team. So as the 2 of you have just found this information, what do the 2 of you, Dotty and Pisswinkle, think about this information?
Well,
What do you reckon, Dotty? It's a little bit weird, isn't it? Someone
It is
burying
very
themselves in the
strange.
basement of an house. Why would you bury yourself in a basement? Why wouldn't you bury yourself in a, I don't know, graveyard or somewhere normal like that?
well, it might explain why it's haunted.
Good point. Maybe we should get back to the office.
Thanks,
This is
Billy.
right.
She's really smart. Well, there we go then. I guess we should
Is that it?
document that somewhere. Important.
Anyone got any other ideas, Dotty? What do you reckon?
Well, we. It's a lot to take in. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's go see what Dick and Johnny Dick thinks.
Is that all you've got?
Stick and jump.
From now on, we need to send used to one because there's clearly like a weird chemistry in your characters.
Very weird.
Every time we split the party, used to are going together. That's great.
Amazing.
Pisswinkles, I think, fucked her off at some point.
Yeah. I mean, Dotty's clearly a little bit scared by Pisswinkle.
Terrified. Absolutely terrified.
So I just want to I've been typing in the Twitch chat, which is why I was a little bit vacant there. It's because they were questioning what had just happened, which is understandable because the people that come in and tune into us normally, we play D&D, and I think they play D&D. So maybe then, like us, we're brand new. This is only the second evening we've ever played this game. Maybe they didn't quite understand the dice rolls. So in this game, the lower you roll, the better, and everything works on a D100. So when you look at your basic dice set, you've got two D10s, one that has 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, etc. And then another one is just from 0 to 9. So if you roll all zeros, a 0, 0, and 1, and a 0 on the other, that is 100. That's the worst roll you can make because that's the highest. And then a 0, 0, and a 1 is just 1. So then you'd have, like, if you had a 10, and a 1, that's 11. If you had a 20 and a 1, that's 21. If you had a 30 and a 1, 31, etc. What you need to do in the game is you've got, on every character sheet, I don't make, and sometimes I do, but generally speaking, to succeed at a roll, you need to roll less than the skill on your sheet. So in Gavin's case, or rather Pisswinkle's case, your library use, I think, is like a 40. So if you'd rolled less than 40, that was a success. If you roll less than half of that, less than 20, that's a hard success, which is a really good success. And if you roll less than a fifth of your 40, which is like, I don't know, what the fuck is that? 8? If you roll less than an 8, that's what's called an extreme success. So yeah, then you have, similar to D&D, you have advantage, but because it's D100s, you just roll that 10 die twice. So on one of those dice, he rolled a 10, and on the other one, he rolled a 0. So if he then rolled a 0 on the 10s, his best roll would have been a 10, and his worst roll would have been 100. But that's what it works out. So you rolled a 1. That's what they were questioning. So basically, there we go. Right. Okay, cool. Moving forward. So you guys are done in the library. Let's go to the old police station then. I don't know if anything I just said made sense. I'm just drunk and rambling. Just spouting numbers. If you rolled a 4 and a 69 and a 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1.
Don't worry, Lecky back on says you got it.
On 1 foot.
Right, cool. You entered the police station. It's a police station.
Yes.
What does the police station look like?
The police station. As I approached the police station, I recognized the place as the local police station. I'd been in and out of here more times than freestyling ad-lib monologue.
The fridge.
More times than the fridge that day.
So, I don't know, it's a police station in 1920s Boston. Of course, everybody out there knows what a police station in 1920s Boston looks like. I don't need to paint a word picture for your podcast listeners. If you don't know what a police station in 1920s Boston looks like, then you need to get out more.
To Boston in the 1920s.
Boston!
Not like a police station in 7. That's set in the 90s or the early 2000s.
Yeah, it is kind of got that weird 1920s.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You walk in and like there's a desk and there's loads of like Bobby police officer, like street cops around, and they've got people handcuffed sat there waiting to process, and there's people going up to the queue. You go upstairs and stuff like that to different departments, but basically, as an ex-police officer and as a private investigator, that gaining access to these records is going to prove difficult. Okay, so you're going to need to do something. First of all, I need to make me, the keeper, needs to make a roll. Hear that shake down the mic. What is your law skill, please, Dick Casey?
My law skill is a whopping 70.
Oh.
Tasty. That's good. Higher the better. So, right. I need to roll a law skill for you to establish whether or not you have a contact within the police station. Ooh. You know somebody. Let's have a look here. You know an officer called, or a detective called. No, you don't. You know somebody called Kim Dubrun, who is a clerk in the court offices, which is like upstairs. You know, like all the criminals are downstairs, but you can go up there. You don't need to sign in the front. You can go up to that department, to the court offices, and speak to Kim Dubrun.
Okie doke. I'll do just that. As I walked up the stairs into the top floor of the police station, I was looking for my old pal Dick Kim. They're all dicks. Kim Dubrun. As I ran my eyes over the office like I ran them over the newspaper that morning. There he or she was, over in the corner. I headed over there to say hello. Kim, how you doing?
So Kim,
lady, buddy?
is Kim a female or a male? Because it can be about either.
Yeah, it can be both.
It's hard to tell from behind. I tapped them on the shoulder and they turned around.
Ah, Dick, my old buddy.
I was still none the wiser. She must have been smoking heavy the night before. Her voice was very deep that day.
You want to be careful the captain don't see your face around here, Kim. No, I'm Kim. You're Dick.
Well, there's no need for that.
You know what he said. Next time you stick your nose in a case that doesn't belong, he is gonna do you for contempt of the law.
Yeah, well, maybe he doesn't need to know I'm here.
Otherwise, it's good to see you, old buddy. How you doing? And he
I'm
gives you
good.
a big old
I'm
squeeze.
good. I knew Kim was strong. He had shoulders so broad they had their own zip code. So how have things been, Kim?
Well, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Crimes seems to be on the up and up these days. Now the war is over, all these people coming home, all these veterans, they don't know what to do with themselves.
Tell me about it. The cases are quite loose at the minute. There's not much work coming in. I need a case like a trophy needs, well, a case. Now tell me, Kim. I'm working on a case at the minute. I need some information on one Reverend Michael Thomas. How can you help me, pal?
Well, I mean, the name doesn't sound all familiar, but let's have a look here. Hold on, I'm just gonna go. He's like, "Hey, Nige, I'm just going on my break." I was like, "Oh, in the back somewhere." Okay, right. Let's have a look. So my roll was successful, which means that you don't need to make any further rolls. Had my roll been a failure on your behalf, then Kim would have been unscrupulous and would demand a bribe before reneging on the deal and claiming not to know the investigators. But it was a success, so you have a good rapport with this guy. So let's have a look. So he takes you through to kind of like a records room and stuff like that, and there's loads of files, like metal, or putting wood in those days, I suppose, wooden file fax systems. And it's like, right, so Church of Contemplation, you see? Okay, let's have a look.
Well, I didn't, but damn,
did
that's
you not?
A good skill you have.
What did you say?
I looked for Reverend Michael Thomas.
Reverend Michael Thomas. Okay.
That's why he...
And which church was Reverend Michael Thomas part of?
Well, you're not going to believe this, Kim, but it was the Chapel of Contemplation and Church of Our Lord, Granter of Secrets.
Okay, secrets. Let's have a look at S for secrets. He kind of goes around, he pulls it out. It's like, right, okay. Here. Aha, yes, here. Handout number 8. This seems to be the one you're looking for, my good old buddy. Why don't you have a peruse of this and tell the listeners what it is you read?
As he handed me handout number 8, I decided to read it aloud. It looked like this file concerns a secret raid on the Chapel of Contemplation. The police raid was occasioned by affidavits swearing that members of the church were responsible for the disappearances of neighborhood children. During the raid, 3 policemen and 17 cult members were killed by gunplay or fire. Autopsy reports are singularly lacking detail and uninformative, as though the coroner had not actually performed examinations. Though 54 members of the church were arrested, all but 8 were released. The records hint of illegal intervention in the proceedings by an important local official, offering stories of the battle, the biggest criminal action in the city's history that never appeared in print. Pastor Michael Thomas was arrested and sentenced to 40 years in prison on 5 counts of second-degree murder. He escaped from prison in 1917 and fled the state.
Bam, bam, bam.
Bum, bum, bum.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And
I sort of need to read that again.
Yeah.
In your journal, you feel free to go into your journal and you'll be able to find it and read it.
Lovely.
So, bum, bum, bum. Do we want to now cut forward to later in the evening when you all meet up, Johnny as well, and discuss the case and what your next course of action will be?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. How are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks.
Sorry, we've never met. I'm Johnny Dick Fingers. You all right?
Yeah, finally.
Wash your hands.
Dorothy Bridge.
Dorothy Bridge. What, the school teacher Dorothy Bridge?
Yes, that
Yeah,
famous
oh.
English teacher.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, yeah, we've met before. Oh, Pisswinkle, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'll set up my tab next time I come in, mate.
Yeah,
Don't worry, I'm a bit I'm not very. I'm a bit skinned at the moment, mate.
I suppose that's why you're here with us lot.
Exactly. They're trying to sort a case out. Next time I get some spare cash, I'll drop in and sort out my whiskey bill.
Well, Dick, I hope you put that straight through onto my account, eh?
Don't worry about that.
So
what do we think with our? What's that, mate?
We are getting paid for this, Dick, aren't we?
Yeah. I'd fucking hope so.
Yeah, I believe it's a $25 split 4 ways.
4 ways. Fucking hell, that's not even an Happy Meal, mate.
What's a Happy Meal?
It's have you not heard of it? There's this little Mac shop. Can't remember what they're called.
I'll have to give them a try.
I give you a little spinning top with your. Anyway.
Oh, it's right next to that Royal Beef place.
Yeah, don't go there. This
I'm just reading this handout again because when I read things out loud, I don't take them in.
Nah, I know what you mean. Is this handout 8? Yeah.
Handout 8, yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Chapel of Contemplation were taking children from the neighborhood.
Who was it who wanted to be buried? Was it Corbitt? He wanted to be buried underneath the house, didn't he?
He owned the house, yeah.
And he wanted to be buried underneath it. And he got buried underneath it.
That's right. Yeah, like I said, if you check your
yeah, I'm looking through the handouts at the moment.
All the information you need is in there.
And I also believe that that was in his will. Now the executor of the will
was Michael Thomas.
Was Michael Thomas, who escaped from prison in 1917 and has not been seen since. Well, he has been responsible for making neighborhood children disappear.
Dirty bastard.
Yeah, that's not news, is it, really?
I wonder if we can track down
Michael Thomas.
Well, maybe
Michael Thomas.
Maybe the local pontiff can tell us.
So the Church of Contemplation, you know, it's like
Gone, isn't it?
it's a smaller, yeah. So it's not like you can just go to your local church. Maybe you could go to your local church and see if they know anything of it. That's a
Anything
good
about
idea.
it.
Yeah, but again, you could, if you could, you've checked up enough records now to find out. You know, you could go to the Church of Contemplation.
I didn't think it was there anymore.
Who knows?
Wow.
If
Maybe you could
I,
investigate.
Mystery.
it says in handout number 7, wherever that is. Can you only have 2 handouts open at a time?
You should be able to open
No, you
as
can
many as you
open
want. The other great
Oh,
thing
there
as
it is. It's
well
hiding.
is what you
Oh,
can
it was
do
closed.
when you open one. You should have
Yeah.
like next to the title like a little 2 boxes. If you click on
Yeah.
that, it will open it out of Roll20, and then you can just have it open and minimize it to your bottom bar and refer to it later, rather than having to keep on going to Roll20.
Cracking.
Hey.
Perfect. No, sorry, it closed in 1912.
The Reverend Michael Thomas is the executor of Corbitt's will. So
Yeah,
they were in something together.
looks like they were in cahoots, you might say.
Looks like. So we can probably, yeah.
I don't know about going. Going to the house, maybe.
Seems like you've got 2 places left to investigate from your links.
The house and the chapel, innit?
Exactly that. Pisswinkle, you'd make a good
Who
detective.
wants to go to the house and who wants to go to the Church of Contemplation? Or the Chapel of Contemplation, as I have it in my book.
Well, I think you and Dorothy should head to.
Absolutely, because we've got such a fucking crazy bond.
We know exactly what we're doing.
We know what we're doing.
I don't know. I'm happy to follow up with a. I think it would make sense if I follow up with the chapel.
You go to the church.
So I'm going to head there.
Let's go to the house.
We'll go
So
to the house.
where am I going?
Let's go.
I don't
Dick
know.
fingers. It's up to you. Do
Dick
you wanna,
fingers, you're with me. Well, it's up to you. We
I'll
can.
stay here and
You
drink
3
if
can
you
go,
like.
and I'll. I'll meet you at the house if you want. If you 3 want to go.
Should we go to the house?
Why not?
I've got a
Let's
feeling
go.
that you want more people at the house just in case.
We
some
might
weird
end up
shit goes
kicking
down.
off.
Yeah.
We could get
Do we
like
get
possessed.
extra money?
Well,
you think?
I got a
We pay-
feeling Dorothy don't feel safe with me.
I think Dorothy doesn't know where she's going. I'm a bit scared of everyone, I think.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll see you down there, Dick. We're heading
Give
off to the
me.
house.
So you're going to go
I'll
this
see you in the
evening?
house.
You're going to go in the evening, or you're going to wait till morning?
I think we have to go in the evening. I think we're good.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go in the evening.
What time of evening are we looking at?
I mean, you've been so throughout this day. Dotty and Pisswinkle have been to the library for half a day. You did, in fairness, you agreed to meet up all back in the office in the evening. So it's whatever time you want it to be, really. You know, whatever you want it. You tell me.
We've just had dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's early evening.
Yeah. Sunset's like, happening.
Yeah,
Dorothy's going to go watch the sunset.
we've just had our
As
evening
soon as
bottle,
she's done with that.
bottle of
Okay.
wine, and we're off.
She's got homework to mark and then she's ready.
Yeah.
Lesson planning, job done.
She's got a plan, yeah.
Yeah.
Got to figure out her lesson objectives and then she's ready to go fight
She's all
crime.
right.
It's funny.
She's ready
Alright.
to teach those bad guys a lesson.
Literally.
Okay.
Right, let's do
So
it.
you're going to go this evening. So 2 of you. So let's have a look.
1 minute. Should we tool up if we're going? Is this a tool up thing?
Absolutely. If you want to take supplies with you, you can do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
What-
yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
wanna-
what can we take?
Okay. So basically, I don't know.
Or do you want to come to my bar? Because I've got loads of weapons.
I don't.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that, Dick Fingers.
I don't know what the official Cthulhu rules are because we've only got the quick start rules. It doesn't tell you much about equipment in there. But what it says, and I got this from How We Roll podcast, who are a really famous Call of Cthulhu, predominantly Call of Cthulhu podcast, but they do touch in D&D as well. So I've been listening to, in preparation for this, some of their first stuff, and their first 3 episodes is all this module. So once we're finished, check it out and see how it compares. And how they did it is basically, look, it's reasonable to expect, unlike D&D where you've got a massive backpack with all of your lively possessions all at one time, you're not going to be walking around the streets of Boston with that. So it's reasonable that you can have anything that you would expect your character to have. And so, if you've got stuff at home, you can take it. I think it's reasonable that Dick Casey would probably have a small pistol because he's an ex-police officer and stuff. But it's not reasonable that Dorothy would, I said to James at Johnny Dickfingers earlier on that it's reasonable because he's a bit of a mobster that he may have some kind of rifle in his bar, possibly a baseball bat and things like that. But
brass knuckles,
and things like that. It's reasonable that you'd have that stuff, but you wouldn't be walking the streets with it. So whilst I say he's got one at his bar, you'd need to go pick it up. So
do that.
You tell me what kind of equipment you've got, and you can also go shopping. How shopping works, and I only know this again from How We Roll podcast, is on your character sheet, one of the pages will tell you how much your cash flow is. So let's open one up and let's have a look. So I've got a test one here that
I've got like $2. I can't even get it.
So that's like your daily cash spend. So
where does it say?
Yeah, so on the possessions tab on your character sheet.
Yeah.
So you've got your spending level is $2. So that's kind of what you can spend per day. And as long as you spend less than that, that's okay. We don't need to count it because then, so prices in 1920 are like, fuck knows what they are. I did find a small thing online earlier on.
50 cents was saying, yeah.
This is it, I had a look earlier on at some guide and basically a room in a hotel would be like 50 cents. So, depending what I think I had a look at, and like a handgun, if you've got a license and stuff to buy one, was only like $4. So,
but if you've only got $2 Canadian, you buy half a handgun. Okay.
Well, we could go halves on a handgun and do a split week sort of thing with it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to just walk into a shop and buy a handgun over the counter. However, maybe
can I go?
You've got
Can I
some
go home and get
contacts.
my sort of shotgun?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can we? Oh, Johnny Dickfingers, have you got any dodgy black market
Dick Casey just
I've got
contacts?
Yeah, of course I've got contacts, but what do you want? I mean, I've got stuff at the bar as well. I mean, I've got old Betty, my shotgun.
Oh, well, a Tommy gun.
I don't got a Tommy gun. I'm sorry, but I've got
You want one of those little floppy things that they used to hit people with?
Well, blackjack.
Is that what
I
that's
haven't
called?
got blackjack.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I don't.
Yeah, anyway, so you tell me what equipment you want. And again, bearing in mind, we have to run on the assumption that your characters do not know of, supernatural stuff. It doesn't exist. It'd be like us, we don't know this. If we were going to go and to investigate an old house, we wouldn't think, oh, I'm just going to go get my shotgun, because, it's real life, So...
I want to go to my desk drawer.
People die there and stuff.
Yeah,
Can I take something done like a steak knife or something? Would
Yeah.
Dorothy
I'm
have
gonna
take
go
a
to my
knife.
drawer, pull
No
the
reason
drawer
why you
open,
don't have a knife in your kitchen.
and I've got one of those tiny little lady pistols that they used to have
Oh,
for the femme
like a little
fatales.
Beretta sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give that to Dorothy.
Oh, tell me.
Okay.
Like, you know how to use this? In emergencies only.
Thanks.
That's fine.
That's all right.
Maybe if you're going in the evening, you might want flashlights,
Yes.
things like that. But I mean,
That's
you're not
all right,
going to
yeah.
want, again, you're just going to have a look around. Maybe you might think there might be some some hobos in there, but you're not going to be thinking, I need to tool up like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bless you.
Thank you.
I would like a scroll of Damocles with the spells of Theseus and
You could do with
Yeah.
Thunderwave.
Maybe Dick Fingers just under a blanket in the trunk of his car. Maybe he does keep a gun. That's
a gun.
Yeah,
acceptable.
A gun.
I've got my gun.
I would like a crowbar.
Yep. So
Well, I've got one in the back.
I'm
Actually.
happy for you
I
to
like
have a
that.
crowbar. Yeah,
Yep, I've
absolutely.
got a crowbar. That's mine.
Yeah.
Job done.
Dorothy's got the gun.
Yeah.
What's Dick?
Stick
He's
figures.
weird.
I have got a handgun, a notepad and pen, some
Nice.
smokes, a lighter,
Oh, can I
And
borrow?
I
some-
thought he was going to say some smoked salmon then.
smoked salmon.
I
Don't
know.
go anywhere without my trusty smoked
Yeah.
salmon.
The old smoked salmon. And I've got some cuffs.
No.
Of course.
What's some what? Craft.
Cuffs.
Some crafts, a few small pedigree dogs.
If Lisa was here, she'd have more than cuffs. Jesus. Oh my word.
I still feel so bad that she's not. I mean, here. I mean, obviously, if she was
I
here,
know.
we'd be playing D&D. But like,
Of course.
Yeah, we'll do this properly. So, like, you
don't
know,
take that
once
personally,
Lisa's
Emily.
back,
It's
we'll
been
get a
great
few-
having you,
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's fine.
and 100% we're going to have you back as well.
100%. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Providing that you
I'm
don't
gonna
like
stop blushing.
dump Sean at some point, and then maybe we'll get rid of Sean and
That's
keep
so
you.
good, isn't it?
What did you say?
Anyway,
Shut up.
so are we going to go and check the hand out then?
Cool. So what we'll do
Yeah,
then,
go on.
we'll go to the Church of Contemplation first. So who's going there?
Me. I know, it's weird, isn't it?
So Dick Casey and Dick Fingers.
No, I think
No,
it's
I
just-
think everyone.
just Dick
I'm
Casey.
just we're gonna keep this brief. Just
Yeah.
run in, ask about it, and then run away.
Okay. So Dick Casey is going to the Church of Contemplation all on his own, and everybody else is going to the mansion.
Yeah.
Not the mansion,
Oh
the
wait,
house.
I'm going to the actual church itself. I'm thinking I'm going to a
Okay.
local church to ask about the Chapel of Contemplation.
Oh, okay.
But I like your idea better. Let's go to the rundown closed church.
Yeah, so it's not.
But I don't know if I want someone with me now.
I'll
Chicken.
come with you if you want. Dick.
I thought you and Dick Fingers were going together because you two know each other, and then
Yeah.
the other two were going
You know I'm nervous with strangers. Don't.
because we've got to remember
Yeah.
Pisswinkle's background, of course, is that he's this. You know, people refer to him as a washed-up journalist, but he's not. He knows that the truth is out
I
there,
know
and
the
nobody believed him.
I'm Mulder.
He's been looking. You know, he's used to going to these dodgy places and investigating on his own. You know, that's what he's always. That's why he got disgraced and became a washed-up journalist. You know, because no one believed these stories he was writing. But you know, he's used to this kind of shit.
I like David Icke.
Yeah.
So
The
Yeah.
lizard people.
so it's Dick.
Yeah, come.
So Casey,
Someone come with us.
Go on then.
Dick Casey, and Dick Fingers to the
Send
church.
Dick Fingers to the church with
Okay.
Dick Casey.
Alrighty
place all-
then. So let's go.
I'll take him up the Chapel of Contemplation.
Yeah, it's-
Poor old Dotty's been left with crazy fucking Pisswinkle.
Oh God, someone say that.
Oh, Lita, stop. Sorry.
Sorry. Don't worry, everyone. Anyone listening, that's
Dog.
that's Luke's youngest that he's talking to.
That's my dog. It is technically my youngest. It's my dog. She's like
Lisa.
8 months old. She just. I've got my bag. I've got like a messenger bag, like a strap bag, where I should keep all of my roleplay books in and stuff. And it's over the back of my dining chair. So the strap had fallen down to the floor. She decided to go under the chair and then got the strap caught round her, and had just then pulled the chair across the room as she's stuck in it. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so the Chapel of Contemplation is evening. I don't know what time it gets dark over in Boston. I fucking know.
It's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock. Let's say the sun is. Let's say it's dusky, so there's still light in the air, but it is raining, so it's dark because rain is very spooky, isn't it? And it's all cloudy, and it's the pitter patter of the rain.
Yeah.
What is left
Right.
of the old church stands at the end of a crooked, dingy street. Dingy street. The ruins.
Raining that
Right.
bad.
I'm trying to set a scene, man.
All I can see is a rubber boat at the end of a road.
Cross on it.
I'll start again. You can cut all that out, Sean. What is left of the old church stands at the end of a crooked, dingy street. The ruins are so weathered and overgrown with greenery that the grey stone rubble seems more like natural stone than former walls and foundation. You pass a slumping wall bearing white painted symbols, apparently freshly swabbed. 3 Ys arranged in a triangle so that the top element of each Y touched the other 2 Ys. In the center, so created, is painted a staring eye, which looks a little something like this.
But why an eye? Eye?
Is it the all-seeing eye?
Ooh.
Not bad. I did a little drawing of it before it popped up, and I've not
It's a little
got
bit
it
David
far.
Icke. Yeah.
Yeah. That looks like
Or
something
Blaine.
Pisswinkle would be into.
Okay.
Okay.
Where was that, sorry?
That is... You
Like on
pass
the
a
church.
slumping wall bearing white painted symbols, a wall nearby as you go up to the fountain.
It's fresh,
You
I
start
take
to
it.
begin to feel in your forehead like a little tingle in your forehead, kind of like headaches, but not quite. You know, like how after a long day at work, you kind of feel like you know that you're probably, by the time you get home in an hour or two's time, you're going to be sat in the front of telly and you're going to have that stress migraine. Like, you feel like just the beginnings of that coming on.
Oh man, this place gives me a headache, man. Fuck this. Let's go to the
You give me a headache.
oh, easy, Tiger.
Oh, you're going to go up, so it's a church, you know.
By the
It's,
way,
Let's think of it like, you know, one of those churches in all of the old horror movies when, you know, you have to go through a gate and you walk up a hill slightly through the gravel path and there's just grass everywhere and it's kind of like this old wooden, you know, tall chapel, and there's like gravestones and stuff dotted around the chapel.
Can I peruse the just gravestones?
You certainly can. They're gravestones, various American names on them. Bob.
Like
Hope.
Rocket Lancer
Yeah.
and things like that.
Chad.
Yeah, Chad Everett.
Yes, the door is kind of like barred shut. Like somebody, like at some point, someone's come along and hammered it, you know, with nails shut with a plank across it. You know, you walk around it. You can walk the whole way around the church. It's a relatively decent size.
Any ways in that are like, could we get through the door?
Yeah, I mean, if you go around it, there is like the kind of like there's like always like a door around the side where the priest would come in and out because they usually quite often would have their own little door they go in.
They're always going around the back, don't they?
There's like a small padlock on it, but it's rusted over the years. It's been empty for a few years. There's still some old 1920s style police tape kind of flapping away, which is just all faded and stuff. I don't know if they even used that back then, but we're going to say they did. You could probably jimmy it open with... you could probably just kick it down if you want, to be honest.
I kick the door.
You kick the door down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you explain to me, there's no map for this. You explain to me, what's your mental kind of image of this place as you walk through? I'll explain to you that, like, mostly you find mostly blocks of granite, old half-burned timbers. I think there was a fire here from what I remember reading earlier on. Like loads of ancient rubbish going away. Like all of the pews are, you know, some of them are they're all dodged, like pushed over or at funny angles and stuff like that. And like the stands that the priest would stand on and stuff is all like pushed over, it's charred and burnt and stuff like that. But you explain to me how this place kind of looks as you walk around and what is it that you're doing.
It definitely looks like there's been a bit of a ruckus. I mean, 54 people were killed in here because of when the police raided it. So I can't see it being touched since then.
No.
So I would imagine...
And there's still like
lots of
chalk
blood
outlines on the floor where they've drawn around bodies, and
Yeah.
there's still like stained
Number.
blood stains and things like that.
Yeah.
That must have been one bad sermon. Ka-ching.
Jesus
Sorry.
Christ. Would you look at this place?
Yeah, seen better days, isn't it?
I'm gonna have a look for any doors that don't lead outside again, but lead to other rooms within the church.
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
yeah,
go-
so there'd be like
Any-
rooms sort of at the back, like for the priest and that would use to.
Yeah,
Store
I'd
stuff
like to
in.
explore those sort of quarters.
So you notice as well, of course, walking through here, that the ground that you're standing on is covered. As you get up to the back and you go up a step and stuff, it's weak floorboards. Can you make me a luck roll, please? Dick Casey and Johnny Dick Fingers McGee, or whatever the fuck your name is.
McJames.
McJames.
Right.
A luck roll. On your character sheet, you've got a luck stat. You need to roll underneath that.
Okay, I done a failure. 94 versus 65.
I rolled a 7.
Nice.
Oh, I went
So
So
right
7
through,
will be probably close to, if not a critical success for you.
Oh yeah.
So, but okay. Here is what happens. Find out next week on the Cock Show. Thank you very much for joining us.
Excellent. I forgot yeah.
Those of you in the
yeah,
stream,
oh, we're done. Bye
I
then.
was like, oh.
Sorry, carry on.
those of you in the stream, please stay there. We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes, but I'm busting for a loo. Those of you on the podcast, you'll have to wait till next week, I'm afraid. So in the meantime, while you're waiting, please follow us on Twitter, follow us on all this crap, like, subscribe, leave us a review, all that bollocks. We'll see you in 5 to 10 minutes or so, or you shall hear our dotted tones next week on the D&D show plays Call of Cthulhu.
That was sexy as fuck, man.
Really nice. Really good.
Hello, welcome back, investigators, to another thrilling tale of Call of the Cthulhu. If you're just joining us, it's actually the D&D show, and we are just taking a little bit of a break. You know the drill by now. This is like the 4th episode of this we've done now, so you know the drill. Yeah, we're playing some Call of the Cthulhu while our main campaign's on hold at the moment, waiting for poor Lisa to come back. Those of you in the stream, hello, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. If anybody is wondering, Zozoz86 is Lisa. Hello, Lisa. I hope you're well.
Hello,
Thank you for
Lisa.
joining us. So my name's Luke, Lukey Baby 86. I am normally your dungeon master, but today I am your keeper. Sure, man. Where's my echo? You normally do it for
I
me.
know.
Hey, come
In my head, it's in post. It's all in post. We'll fix it in post.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. With me tonight, I'm joined by Sean.
Oh, hello. Hello there.
Alan Gavin Bourne.
Evening.
James Bly.
Wagwan, brother.
And we've still got our wonderful guest appearance from the one and only Emily Keneally. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
I'm sneezing a lot.
At least you've learned Emily's last name this week. Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? The thing is,
Honestly,
right,
it
last
was a
week,
tricky
the other day, whenever it was that we recorded this, I was just nervous to get it wrong. I thought to myself, I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I've got an A star in English. Yeah, damn right, bitches, I've got an A star in English. And I was like, it says Keneally, but so many people pronounce their names funny. I was like, maybe it's not. So I better be careful. So there we
Yeah,
go.
my last name's
She thought-
not. My last name's spelt Bond, but it's actually Alfred.
Boy.
Lil.
She spent the whole week thinking your last name is bye-bye.
I know what, I get it myself. So my name is Luke Scowen, like Cowen. Luke Scowen.
Cowen.
The amount of people that pronounce it Scowen, it does my nuts.
Scowen.
It does my nuts.
Yeah,
Okay.
my wife, she
Man,
couldn't
I'll
wait
tell you.
until she got married because her last name's Greenhalgh and she can't her maiden name was Greenhouse, and it was always Greenhaug, Greenhog, Greenerg, whatever. And it was just like ridiculous. Yeah, Born's easier apparently.
See, mine's the opposite. People know how to say my name, but they can't spell it.
Yes.
Get bleak, peace,
S-
James.
In
Bleak.
fairness,
SEAN.
Sean, there's a few different ways of spelling it. Yeah, and it's just like yeah, you can spell it with
You got
W and stuff.
There's a W. That's very American. SEAN. Like, just no. Sorry, that's
Scene.
not Sean.
Scene, it's not.
Scene.
It's not Sean.
Scene.
You know what really
It's
Scene
an-
Bean.
It's an Irish name, isn't it? So like things like Siobhan, where it's like
Siobhan, it's Siobhan.
Siobhan. It's ridiculous.
There was a Siobhan in our year at school, wasn't there? And,
Yeah.
Oh, funny enough, I see her in Tesco's the other day. Walked past her.
Did you? She was
Didn't
always-
say hello. You went, fuck you.
Oh, she was alright.
I didn't like you at school. I don't like you now.
Nah, she was cool. She sat in front of me in
No,
maths
she
and
was
I used to
far
wind
away.
up all the time. She was alright. Yeah, the name that really pisses me off. All right, okay. The one that really pisses me off is Stephen, spelt with a PH.
Fuck off. Fuck off. My middle name's Stephen.
With a PH.
What is it?
It's
With a
Stefan.
PH.
It's not Stephen.
So-
it's
so
fucking
fuck you.
Stefan. It's fucking Stefan. A PH
Stefan
makes a
Ferrani.
f sound.
Unfortunately, it's Stephen.
No, unfortunately, mate, your whole life is a lie, and it's Stefan. Because what do you shorten that to? How do you shorten that? How do you spell
Steve.
it? Steve. And how do you spell that?
With a V.
With a V. Yeah, exactly. You don't shorten it to Steph, do you? Because that would be Steph.
My dad's name is Stephen with a PH.
Yeah,
and
well, his name is Stefan as
Steve.
well.
He's a big bloke as well.
Yeah.
It's coming for you.
He's not. I mean, I don't imagine he is. I've never met the bloke, but Gavin is literally
No.
a hobbit and about 3 foot tall. So
My
wouldn't
dad's a
know.
hobbit as well, and he's 70. So, yeah.
I've only seen him from the shoulders up.
Yeah, I'm very short. Yeah.
okay. So, the story so far. Last time on the Cock Show, our investigators did some investigating and have decided that the Corbitt House sounds really dodgy, and there was loads of murders there throughout the past 40 or 50 years. And Mr. Nutt, who is the landlord and recent owner of the property, has decided to hire these people to go and investigate, because that's what investigators do. They've been to the library, and they've been to an insane asylum, and they've been to the police, and they've got loads of stuff. And now they said, right, okay, this place is fucked up. Let's go and investigate. But first, we're going to go to the Church of Contemplation, because the priest dude there officiated over the will of Mr. Corbitt, and then loads of people died there in a police raid, and it's all a bit dodgy, and we're going to go check it out. We left just as they were investigating this run-down, locked up, falling apart, decrepit building. And we made a luck. We made a
Yeah,
luck roll.
Rolled some luck.
We rolled some luck.
My luck was
Dick
huge.
Casey rolled an extreme success and passed the luck roll. So as you're stepping, you go up the back, you go past the priest's pew, and it's all wooden floors, and it's creaking a little bit, and you take one step, and it kind of snaps a little bit, and you go, oh fuck! You bounce backwards. That's a bit dodgy. Gotta be careful. Watch my step. As all of a sudden you hear a crack, a crash, and a boom, thud, as Johnny Dickfingers disappears from sight.
Oh,
Johnny!
Johnny Dickfingers,
Dick.
you fall a distance. Let's have a look.
Much.
You take some. You're going to take 1 point of damage. If you could reduce your hit points by 1 point, please.
Oh, Dick. I think I see the angel and the god.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Oh, I don't know. Somewhere between 1 and 1.
You appear to have fallen to a part of the basement that was sealed off from the rest. Originally, this would have been reached by separate stairs, which are now buried under tons of rubble. Within this room, next to a cabinet, are 2 skeletons dressed in tattered silk robes. Perhaps they hid from the police and then perished in the fire.
Fucking hell, there's something down here, Dick.
Can I get down there?
2 fucking skeletons. You ain't going to get down by the stairs because it's been filled with rubble.
Can you make me a sanity roll, please, Johnny?
Yeah, sure. Where's that?
So it's on your character sheet. Sanity. You need to roll
7,
under it.
Yeah. Did it do it?
Find out in a second.
Oh, let me just roll a D100.
Would you like some help? Where's your character sheet? Oh,
No,
it's popped up.
Oh, has it done it?
Oh no, that was
Yeah.
luck.
10, extreme success.
That's the old roll. Here you go, extreme success. Brilliant. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so you see some skeletons. You've never seen skeletons before, but you know what? You've possibly, in your line of work, doing the odd little bit of dodgy shit with the mob. Perhaps you may, who knows, have killed people. This doesn't scare you too much. You're okay.
Hey, Dick, I think you can climb down. If you look down the hole, there's some rubble. You can climb on that. There's two skeletons down here. You want to check it out?
Can I see if it's a sensible jump down?
It's a bit of a way.
Come
You
on,
wouldn't
you
want to jump down there, but you can possibly.
The Dick Casey I remember would have jumped.
All right, I'll see if I can, chuck myself over the slide whilst holding on to the edge, and then try and land myself down safely.
It's probably only a little bit further than you are high. So it's probably only about 8 foot. So like you could drop down there if you hang off the edge, drop yourself down there, and then when you want to get back up, you can probably boost one of you up and then reach down and pull the other one up if that's what you want to do.
Down I go.
Okay.
Look at this. What it looks like they were guarding something.
So as I said, you've fallen into a part of the basement that was sealed off from the rest.
What you doing down here, boy?
originally reached by separate stairs, now buried under tons of rubble. Within this room, next to a cabinet, are 2 skeletons dressed in tattered silk robes. Perhaps they hid from the police when they perished in a fire.
Looks like they hid from the police when they perished in a fire.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Fingers.
What's it about? Can I check the cabinet?
Yeah, go on, go for it.
Bet they've got some fags.
You're looking for the cabinet. Okay.
I presume it's dark. I'm going to get a lighter out and just...
If the players search the cabinet, it is found to contain mouldering church records.
Oh, the church record.
Dorothy doesn't know what she's missing.
All that fucking flame.
They're literally, they're really, really old records. They've been down here in this damp, moist basement under the ground for however many years it is. I think it's only about 3 or 4 years. But they're covered in mould and various dusty fungi. Make a spot. Who's searching this? Johnny, make a spot hidden roll, please.
Yeah, okay. I will try. Why won't it let me go down? Downwards. Oh, right. Yes. Okay. Spot hidden. Give it a second. It should come up.
That's what she said.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I might have clicked on something afterwards.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to give you 2 choices: 77 versus 60 for your success. Okay, it is a failure. You could. It's a lot of points to use. You could use 17 of your luck points to turn that into a success. Or
go on then. Or
you can push the roll. If you push the roll, what it means, okay, is that you get to re-roll. If the next roll is a success, it means you're going to have a bit of a deeper search. If you succeed the second roll, fine, fantastic. If you fail a pushed roll, there's nothing you can do about it, but the consequence, there will be a negative consequence to failing a pushed roll. So it's up to you. You can try to re-roll, or you can use 17 luck points. However, if you've used your 17 luck points, your luck pool will semi-permanently go down.
I'll dig deeper.
You're going to push the roll?
A little bit unsafe. Yeah. Okay. Go on.
So roll.
Right. Go on. Dick Fingers, you can do it.
Dick Fingers, D-I-C-K. Dick Fingers.
Oh my God.
I've got the one left. Dick Fingers now.
Jeez.
So you're looking at these records and you just can't, they're so badly wrecked you can't do anything. You think maybe if you look underneath them and things like that, and as you're searching, basically, you fall a bit. Okay, you kind of.
Who falls over reading?
You're basically, you're not reading, you're searching, and as you're searching, you cut your hand. Basically, it's a rusty nail.
right on the dick fingers.
Right on the dick fingers.
His
You're
big
gonna
dick
take-
fingers are useless.
You are going to take just another point of damage for a rusty cut. If you don't get this seen to, is your tetanus up to date? Was a tetanus shot a thing back in the 1920s? I don't know. But, you've badly cut your hand. It's bleeding.
I use
Suck the blood out.
Face it up
Yeah, you can.
with first aid to bandage it.
Make a first aid roll.
I can run my lighter over it.
I will when I find it. Oh, yeah. First aid. I think I clicked on it.
You think?
Oh, no, I have to turn it off with edit mode. Now I clicked on it. Yeah. Good at this.
Whoop.
Just have to wait for it.
I forgot about the waiting.
Yay.
Here it comes. I can
Oh,
feel
for
it.
fucking
Oh,
fuck's
you're
sake.
shitting, yeah.
Yeah, so you
I
basically...
made it work.
Makes it worse.
Yeah, you don't have anything on you for first aid, so you try and rip off a bit of your shirt in order to use it as a bandage, which you do. However, it rips a huge rip, and you're basically now shirtless because you tried to rip off a little tiny bit, but it just rips your entire shirt, and you're just now... You can use that to bandage yourself, but you just have no clothes on, which doesn't really matter.
Big, I'm not having a good day, mate.
Yeah, doesn't really matter. Okay. Anything else that you'd like to do down here?
I'd like to search them, loot the bodies, so to speak.
Yeah, okay.
Pockets and whatever else.
You
Just
would
for...
also need to make me a spot hidden roll.
All right, so that...
According to Psyconsent, the first tetanus toxoid was discovered and produced in 1924. So yeah, we're just 2 years
Just shy of it.
shy of it, I'm afraid.
So my spot hidden
Lucky Macon says the same thing.
is 50.
So you need to roll less than a 50. No cheating now.
89.
Yeah, so you're searching through them. They're just skeletons, mate. They were in priestly kind of garbs. There are no pockets or anything. It's just nothing there.
Okay.
Mate.
Anything else in the room?
No, just this cabinet.
Just
which,
that.
What's his name has just cut himself on.
Can I try that?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Make me another.
Oh my
There's
god.
one dice on the floor. What does that say? I roll the other one. The other one's a 1.
Oh.
80.
80. Fuck. 80.
What is it?
81.
81.
Yeah.
So another fail. You again, you don't really.
Fucking cabinet, man.
There's a cabinet with some mouldy records on there which you can't read because they're mouldy.
Can I kick one of the skeletons in the bowl?
Yeah, can we smash the place up and go?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's a shame.
I know there's something there we need to see, but I don't know how many times we can keep doing it.
Can't. No, unfortunately, Sean and James know that there's possibly something else there to find, but Dick Casey and Johnny Dick Fingers McJames are like, this fucking sucks. What the fuck did we come here for?
Yeah.
Like the two
What the fuck have we come here for?
Anywhere else? Any other rooms? This is the only place other than the main church, isn't it? It seems. This is what we've come here to find.
Well, we ain't found nothing.
I can't. Suppose we have to
When?
fuck off then, do we?
Call it a night.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. End of the adventure. Everyone go home.
That's it. Right. I'll give
Well
I'll give Dick Fingers a boost up.
Yeah. And I suppose I help him back up as well.
Lovely. Any other rooms or doors we can see?
We just check to see if they've left any altar money out anywhere or something.
No, all of that kind of stuff would have been taken by the police as evidence at the time and
yeah.
redistributed to the state. No, yeah. So you can. Oh,
It's rain.
I hate this kind of. I really hate this kind of shit in a game. Right. So if anybody
I
wants
know.
some, like, there's so many really good resources out there for anybody who wants to learn how to GM, DM, whatever you want to call it, keeper. Some of the stuff that I found in the past online, and mostly it's D&D oriented. But there's one called, I can't remember what his website's called, but his name is Justin Alexander, I think. And he does a really amazing article for D&D fans out there. If anybody wants to DM and run Dragon Heist, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, does a massive, really, really good guide on reopenings. That book is actually written really poorly, and he does he does a lot of DMs kind of articles and blogs and stuff. And one of the things he talks about is like a clue system, like with 3 opportunities to find. So that basically, like, if it's important to the plot, the players have to find it. So just give them plenty of opportunities. And despite the fact that in the break we were just talking about how well written this module is, it's like one chance to find this thing, and it's a bit shit, because actually this is really important. So I think I'm just going to give it to you, because you've had a consequence and you've taken some damage from it, and that's your consequence, I think.
Yeah.
So,
I think, for me, if it was, I would think about, like, the fact that we've looked in the cabinet is a just reason that it's in there, you know, whether we can't handle wet paper well enough is do you know what I mean? Like, scenarios like that, if you're looking in the right place, as a DM, I'd be like, oh, well, you kind of you looked in the right place, you just rolled shit, you know?
I think so. So let's have a look. So basically, if the players search the cabinet, it's found to contain mouldering church records. If they don't think to look under the cabinet, ask for a spot hidden roll. Only point out the journal and tome if player succeeds in the skill roll. Allow the players to push the spot hidden roll if they volunteer to conduct a thorough, more time-consuming search. So what I'm going to say is, if you want, because you've asked, like, is there anything else here? If you want to spend time searching this church, you can find it. But the consequence will be is that potentially you're not going to meet up with the others for quite a few hours.
So let's look, and then we'll bang it back over to Pisswinkle and Dorothy Bridge for a bit of story time, and we'll crack on looking.
All right, so
try a spot hidden.
No, it's fine. What I'm going to do is just put something in the chat there that one of you can read, because there's not a handout for this.
Okey-doke.
Right. So basically, as you're searching around, you're doing a thorough search, and you're going to spend some considerable time down here, because you're going to work out how to get out. You want to search around, make sure everything's there. You're searching the skeletons. And then when you get back up top, you said you want to search around the church, in the extra rooms and in the priest's quarters and things like that. Eventually, you find this musty old journal. Perhaps Dick Casey wants the monologue.
As I opened the musty old journal, it began to fall to pieces as I turned the pages. The name Walter Corbitt catches my eye. It looks that, according to these records, that Walter Corbitt was buried in the basement of his house. It said, in accordance with his wishes, and with the wishes of that one who waits in the dark. What a mysterious thing to say. I wonder who the one who waits in the dark is. Right next to the journal, I spotted an enormous volume handwritten in Latin, but it was so rotten and worm-eaten that the whole sections could no longer be understood. I closed the book.
Okay, cool. So there you go.
The fuck, man?
Yeah, well, that's pretty crazy.
Text Dorothy and Pisswinkle, and tell them to be careful of the one who waits in the dark.
Well, let me get out my Nokia, fam.
Got 3210. Only like 70 decades too early, too late. Okay, all right, brilliant. We're now going to cut to the manor at 426 South Street.
Spooky times.
Spooky times. Thank you for your patience.
No bother. Right, Dorothy, what do you think we should do? No one's home, are they? Let's just go in.
Fuck it. I think we should have a little look outside, maybe
Okay.
before we venture in.
The brick
Yeah.
building is overshadowed by a taller, newer office buildings on either side. The house fronts the street. In the rear are overgrown plantings and a half-collapsed arbor. Access to the rear exits on either side of the residence. Studying the house, the observer is impressed by the way the house seems to withdraw into the shadows cast by the flanking buildings, and how the blank curtained windows hide all understanding of what lies within.
Well,
All
that
right,
was spooky, huh?
let's have a mooch around outside then, shall we?
I think we should.
Okay.
I'm gonna go left. You wanna go right?
I'll go right.
Okay.
Okay, and let me just load up the right thing. Okay. Right, people.
Oh,
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Mm.
go ahead on then.
What's this all about?
What's that then?
It's all
that then?
changing.
Don't really need that anymore. So the front door is secured with a single lock. 4 additional
Can't see
bolts
anything.
seem to have been added within the last year or two. If the investigators think to test the ground floor windows, they find them all nailed shut from the inside. Can you guys
Yeah.
see? What can you see? That's the question.
I can see a
Black
black
screen.
screen at the moment.
Yeah.
Black screen.
you
That's
go to
because
zoom
you've
out.
got your
you
vision
got
of your
something.
tokens. Cool.
Okay.
What do you wish to do?
If you double finger, I don't know if you can move around.
Double finger? What are you talking about, Sean?
What was that?
finger.
Jeez, if you double finger.
Oh,
Can't
She's fucked off.
Oh my
She's
God.
accidentally exited.
That's right, she'll be back. That's fine. So
She's
God.
coming back.
I'm
you
coming
remember
back. Oh, bugger.
Like I
I'm
said,
coming back.
how earlier on when we were chatting in
my
Messenger about how I've got to be reserved today because the missus is away and I'm the only parent in the
Yeah,
house?
totally not. Fuck that shit. How old's your eldest, Luke? Like I said.
11.
You're not.
But that's fine. You can show him how to drive.
For those audio listeners at home, I'm now having my, I don't know how many, third or fourth bourbon and Coke. Listen to the
I'm out of
sweet
one and I'm
beauty of it.
slowly-
Listen. Shh. Listen. Oh,
That just makes you want to urinate.
Yeah, that sounds like me, like, after I had a few
As I
beers.
said on Twitter this afternoon, when the wife's away, Cthulhu comes out to play.
Is that what you call it?
No, that was it. We're investigating a surfer, which is a general problem. We'll update you when we know more. What do you mean?
What's the crack?
I don't know. He's having some shit with whatever Cloudflare is.
Okay. I don't know how
I'm just
the
getting
I don't know. Luckily,
Oh my God.
of course,
Audio.
Dick, Casey,
Oh,
and Dorothy are sat next to each other. So like, I mean, the avatars are a little bit off cue, but I'm sure the people in the Twitch stream won't mind. Well, I mean, if you can hear us and we can hear you, happy to
can't
carry on
hear
playing.
Well, I'm actually looking at the Twitch stream, and James is now Emily.
Yeah, that could because she's dropped out. The icons
Ah,
have moved
okay.
around a little bit. Have you
Popped
tried
around.
doing a refresh? What's happened?
Refresh.
It
Oh my God. What the hell?
something keeps. We're investigating an issue with our
Cloud-
Cloudflare web service.
Who is
Which
Roll
is
20?
causing
Interesting.
general spite. It's at the top of the Roll20 website. Yeah. Wait, just let it load.
Someone's got problems with
taking a
their
while.
flares.
It's just a bit slow. That's all. The only issue is I can't get headphones
That's okay.
on the go.
I'm going to give you like a couple of minutes to sort it out. Let's
Yeah, go on.
let's talk to the Twitch stream.
Let's have a
because we've
little
not
chat
been-
with it,
we've
yeah.
not been talking to these guys much. So let's have a look. Let's go scroll up a little bit and see what we've got. So the last time I checked was the break. God, they've been chatting away. Look, Lisa's getting right involved. Okay, there we go. Humble brag. Yeah, that's my A star. Yep, that's right. A star. A star. Though, to be fair, it took me 2 attempts to get an A star. Emmy's back.
I'm so sorry.
When I was 16 doing my GCSEs, I actually got a U in maths and English because I was just a fucking prick. And I had to go back to college a couple of years later and redo them. There you go.
I think my lowest was a G in French. That was my worst GCSE grade.
Then there's some talks about Stefan. Lecky Macon says Stefan is a Danish name. I think Stephen with a PH, yeah, it's definitely European.
It's Welsh.
I've always assumed
It's
that it was
Welsh.
French. Okay. I don't know.
Welsh.
Guys, is there a shortcut button to switch between the arrow and the pan view? You know, the hand and the arrow in Roll20?
I don't know because I use a mouse, mate. I have not.
The hand. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
We can't, you know, when you can either click or pull the move the map around.
I don't know, to be honest.
That's all right. Don't worry. We're back. We got a black screen on both of ours.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a black screen as well.
Stream crashing, so I think there might be some issues with the internet, but they're all back. La, 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 la. Da, 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 dum. Lucaroos, yeah, server failures going on. Apparently there was a Twitter hack, didn't know about that. Wiki Nokia then 3210 was launched in 1999. Yeah, I had the 3210.
Everyone had the 3210.
It was my second phone. My very first mobile phone was the Motorola StarTAC, which was one of the first kind of like flippy phones.
Yes.
Put out aerial. It was shit.
Based on the Star Trek
possibly. I used to send like texts to my mate, and he would receive them a week later. So I'd be like, "Oh, what you doing tonight? Fancy like hanging out?" And then a week later, I'd get a reply saying, "Hey, yeah, I'm not doing anything. Come over." And I'd be like, "What?" I got rid of that. It was from QVC Special Buy, and we sent it back, and I got a Game Boy Color with Pokemon Red instead.
It's worth it.
Yeah, definitely. And then Lisa says, "Not used to seeing the GM screen. This is cool." That's about it, really. Otherwise, they're kind of just chatting towards themselves. Anyone got any questions? Let's throw it out there. Anyone want to ask us any questions while we're having technical difficulties? Of course, there's going to be a delay between me asking that question and anybody actually typing a reply. So James and Gavin.
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you finding this so far?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah?
Enjoying it. Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
I'm a lot more pissed than I usually would be, but actually the wine is slowly wearing off. So
I'm going to say, to be fair, you actually seem a little bit more coherent now than you were.
I'm a bit more with it.
When we started. Which is the opposite to what the rest of us are doing. Sean and Emily are back.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's all right.
They run out.
We good?
I think so.
Yeah, just grab the beer.
I was just asking Gavin and James, Pisswinkle and Johnny, how they're finding it so far. Obviously, because Johnny wasn't with us the other day, and they're having fun. How are you two doing? Let's just have a little catch up. What's running through your heads right now, or what's running through Dick Case's and Dorothy's head right now?
Well, yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. I sort of know what's in this house now. Very intrigued.
You just want to crack on.
It's nice, and like I'm in terms of comparing it to. Did you mean me or Dick Casey?
Both, either.
Oh, okay. No, for me, it's it's a different sort of pace, isn't it? It's you always have to be kind of thinking as a character. Where like when we're playing D&D, it's you can sort of switch off every now and again and just think about how you want to do something. But this, it's kind of it's on you as you're doing it, and you have to just roll with it.
Yeah.
Which is like good and bad. Do you know what I mean? It's quite you need to be quite switched on as it's going along.
It's interesting because like a lot of like more experienced role players will. That's how they treat even D&D, you know, and it's certainly like when I've played with James before and with our other friends like Pumba and that other crew over at Den Drunk Blokes. Shout out to Den Drunk Blokes. Like they would always try and push the really heavy role play, and a lot of podcasts do. And this is interesting because it's Call of Cthulhu. Nat30s, hello, in the Twitch chat. So it's a different. It's the other end of the spectrum. We were talking, me and James in the break earlier on about how, you know, like D&D is great, but like it's very mechanical. And we've literally in the past 2 or 3 sessions of our D&D campaign, we've spent 2 or 3 sessions just fucking rolling attack
Right.
after attack after attack, rolling dice, and there's no narrative, and it can get bogged down. That's why I like how this is. Even combat, if and when we get to it, is very narrative focused. It's short, it's sweet, it's efficient, and then you move forward.
Right.
I am loving this game, and and I've never played it before, and it's really, really good. And I've been chatting to it a lot too. And there's people I've mentioned a couple of times tonight. How We Roll. They invited me the other day to a Discord server to chat and get some advice and stuff on how to do this. And people were saying in there, like, because I said, I'm nervous because we're a very mechanical game. We like, we don't do much RP. And they were like, you'll be surprised because you don't have an alternative. You kind of have to get stuck in this game. And they said what you'll find is they even said, like, let us know because your D&D campaign might become more RP focused as a result. And I'll be interested to see that, actually. So cool. So basically, we had some technical difficulties there, so I do apologise. Let's get cracking back into it. So, let me reread the old thingamajiggy that I just went through. Dave Pisswinkle, a journalist, and Dorothy Bridge, the English teacher, just rocked up to this abandoned, potentially haunted mansion where there have been some strange going-ons and happenings in the past, however long. What was the thing that I read on the outside? Let's just reread that for you. So the brick building is overshadowed by taller, newer office buildings on either side, and the house fronts the street. In the rear are overgrown plantings and a half-collapsed arbor. Access to the rear exists on either side of the residence. Studying the house, the observer is impressed by the way the house seems to withdraw into the shadows cast by the flanking buildings, and how the black curtain windows hide all understanding of what lies within. The front door is secured with a single lock. 4 additional bolts seem to have been added within the last year or two. As you look around the building, you see the ground floor windows have all been nailed shut from the inside. Now, these have been boarded and nailed shut from the inside, so you can't break. I mean, potentially you could break the glass and then try and push through the boards. Or somebody said you had a crowbar earlier on, if I'm right.
Yes, I did. I did pick up a crowbar. Yes, that was my weapon of choice. So, right, Dorothy, we'll give these windows a go, shall we?
Let's do that.
I've got my trusty crowbar with me.
So you're going to go
always
through
carry this beast.
A window through the front or further around the side?
We'll go around the side.
So there's a window here.
I can't see because I've got a black screen.
Have you? Right. Okay, let me. Okay, completely black. I do apologise.
It's all right. Black screens matter.
Right. Let's put Dick Casey and save. Can you now see?
Nope.
That's because you're not Dick Casey. That's why. No, you're.
I'm Pisswinkle.
Pisswinkle.
Oh, I can see. Yes.
Then we've got Dorothy Bridge.
Oh.
Okay.
Can you two now see?
Yeah, we can see. I can see a little bit. Can you see a bit?
I.
Dotty.
Of course,
so.
our other fellows can't see. I don't know if there's any way of making it so that all players can see. There isn't.
Click on that and go to the hand.
Oh, that
and then
makes
click
all the sense.
There you go.
Ooh. Oh, there we go then.
Right, what I'll do, because you two can't see, I'm going to give you two a token as well.
Well, you can see because you're mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but James can't.
No.
I can't see.
So James is Dick Fingers McJames. Hopefully, James, you can now see. And Sean, are you happy just to look on to...
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, there we go. All right, so you're going to smash the glass on this window, or you can move down. As you see, there's a window down here, window down here. There's more windows. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows for you to choose from along the side of this building.
What do you reckon, Dorothy? Which one should we go for?
I think we should go a little bit further down.
Oh, you don't?
Just a little bit.
So if you go...
So if we call the furthest left number 1, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. What one do you want to go for?
The last
Out of
window?
5.
Does that?
Oh, I see. Oh,
If
that's
you
cool.
click and hold.
Do you want to go for number 3?
Number 3. All right. Lucky number,
Click
number
and hold
3.
If I move you guys, just so that number
Yeah,
3.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah.
If you want to point something out, you can show everyone.
So
Oh,
you're going to crack through a window into this room.
Yeah.
I'll move you in for
Oh.
you.
Oh, we're in. Look at
I'll
that.
move the other one in
Oh.
just so everybody can see what's cracking on. All right, crack-a-lacking.
Whoop, whoop.
Of course, it would be more interesting if you couldn't see, but the map is really basic, to be fair, so it just gives you something to look at. Okay, right, so... Dining room. This is the dining room, complete with a long mahogany table, a built-in sideboard, and 7 chairs. 3 places are set and unused. Scraps of rice soup rot in a tureen.
Love.
To your left, it opens up into another room. From where you are, it looks like it may be some kind of living room. And to the right, you can see what looks like potentially a kitchen.
Well. What have we got here then?
Yours. Well, I suppose we just got to go and investigate a few places, ain't we?
I guess so.
Shall we stick together or do you want to split up?
Shall we split up, but not too far? Because I don't want to die.
Okay, so hopefully you should be able to control these tokens yourself.
Cool.
So if
Yeah.
you want to split up, where's Pisswinkle going?
Hold on.
1 minute, I just got to answer something. Sorry.
Okay, which way would Dorothy like to go? Towards the kitchen or towards the living room?
Towards the kitchen.
Okay, I'll move you. Oh, I'm
Thank you.
drawing on the map. Didn't want to do
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Right, so
Dorothy's gone
Emily's
to
going
the
off.
kitchen. You snooze,
Yep.
you lose.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So, kitchen.
Grab
A
your hand and drag it.
conventional kitchen with an ice box, wood-fed stove and oven, plus a meager larder. Some of the foodstuffs may be edible. There is canned soup and meat, rice kernels, several pastas, and a few bottles of what looks to be homemade wine. The produce which has not spoiled has already been eaten by rats, judging by the spore left behind. Spore is like rat poo, basically, or evidence of rats.
Oh,
You can see, so there's a door. There's a door just to kind of around as you walk through, because it's all open planned. As you walk through into this part of the kitchen, to your left there's a door, and there's another door as well on the right of the room as well.
okay.
You have a look around or anything at all?
Yeah, I am going to have a little search around in here.
So you
before
search
I go
around
in.
in those cupboards, and as I just said, you find some tinned goods and things like that. Okay.
More rat shit.
And some rat shit and stuff. Pisswinkle into the living room.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I think the one you just moved on the left is Emily's token, because now we can see everything in that room, and now we can see everything in the right room. That's it. Yeah, we're in the far right of the screen. Just to let you know.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine. Let me just
Yeah,
put
as you move
nameplates on so I actually know who's who.
it.
Nameplate.
Everything you can see, and as he moves it, it shadows what you can't see. It's cool.
Yeah, so you'll see there actually.
Dick
Dorothy.
Pisswinkle, yeah.
So actually,
yeah.
Dorothy, it's not a door; it's some steps leading down to a door at the bottom of the steps. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Dick Pisswinkle, living room.
Okie dokie.
This room
What the
contains conventional furnishings, a radio.
David, isn't it?
It is
Dave
David.
Pisswinkle.
David.
I was thinking that. I was like, how many?
Yeah.
How many
It
dicks
says,
are there?
it says Dick on the
Dave
top,
Pisswinkle.
man.
Most of them are on
Dave
the air.
Pisswinkle. This room contains conventional furnishings, a radio, couch, stuffed chairs, and shelves laden with gewgaws. You cannot help but notice the unusual quantities of crosses, images of the Virgin, and other Catholic artifacts. Dorothy, as you kind of look down the stairs,
Yes.
You hear a radio switch on somewhere, and it's playing some kind of 1920s, kind of some, I don't know, some anti, some kind of like, it was all lounge music back then. Was it some kind of smooth jazz? Dave Pisswinkle, the radio bursts into life. Come on, my darling, come on, my darling.
From the old classic "Come On, My Darling."
What in the living room?
The radio comes to life.
Set the world on
I'm gonna smash the fuck out of the radio.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I?
You smash the radio and it's like and dies out.
And carries
Dorothy,
on.
the music stops.
Cool. Right. Well, I'll just have a little look around in the living room then. What's going on in there?
Well, what would you like to look at? Just
I'll look under the sofa and just look in the cabinets and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Under the cabinets.
It's a living room. You find maybe just some kind of couple of kind of black and white photos of a lady, a man, two small boys. Wouldn't take much of a stretch of the imagination to imagine that these are probably the Macario family, the last people to occupy the home. And no one's been here in a while. It's just kind of a bit dirty.
Okay. All right.
Have a clean.
There is a door, a set of double doors that you can see on the north side of the room there, which you could potentially go through if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll take a wander through there.
Okay. Okay, it leads through to a corridor. Okay. So from there,
It's a long corridor.
it's a long corridor. So basically, yeah, it's a long corridor. You can see a number of doors as you look up and down. 3 doors along the far wall, opposite to where you've just come through. Another door at the end of the corridor on the right. And at the very end, you can see what looks like it's probably stairs leading up to an upper level, to the upstairs. There's a number of paintings and things like that on the walls. And at the end of the corridor, at the other end, and behind you is the front door, of course. And at the other end, you can see an old grandfather clock.
I'm going to go and check out the old grandfather clock.
Yeah? Or
Yep.
clock. Okay. So the grandfather clock, it's not been wound in a while. It's got the big pendulums in the body of it down the bottom, and it's stuck at a time, 10 to 12. Not moving, not doing anything at all. All of a sudden, dong, dong, dong,
Shit.
and it clicks into life.
I'll smash it up.
I love the way the realms are slightly being crossed here.
Okay. Dorothy, you're in the kitchen and you're looking down these stairs leading down to the basement. What would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna call to Pisswinkle and tell him that I'm going down the stairs. If you hear a scream, come and find me. Don't wanna die here.
Don't worry, I'm on my way. I'm coming with you.
Right,
Thanks,
okay.
So I'm guessing the kitchen's the other side of this door.
Well, you have to wait your turn. I'm kind of trying to run this as closely as I can.
Fair enough.
Can I invite him to come with thee?
Give me a second.
Just making 7 goblin tokens.
Yeah.
Right.
There'll be cultists.
I would fucking piss if you went down into the basement and there in the corner was Troop.
Hello. Hello. Yeah.
Okay.
Still ain't got his shoes.
Grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dorothy, could you, as you start to descend the stairs,
Mhm.
could you make me a dexterity check, please?
Right. What's my dexterity? Right. So how do we do this then?
So she's got a 60. So if you roll these, you need to roll under that.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Oh. 80. Exactly 80.
And that's what's your dexterity score?
60.
60. Okay.
Fucked it.
So you take a step down, and they don't seem they're very steep, really steep, and they creak and crack a little bit as you're walking down. You get the impression that these possibly aren't that safe. You take another step, and you're looking down. It's the strangest thing, because you swear that these steps, they're almost moving.
Oh. God.
Would you like to push the roll?
Absolutely.
Okay. All of a sudden, you hear a radio burst into life coming back from where you are. Push the
I
roll.
don't dance on the stairs.
Spaceballs.
So what does that mean? Spaceballs.
Push the roll means you re-roll. If you re-roll,
Okay.
if you fail again, there will be more serious consequences to failing the roll.
Die out of there.
It's up to you
Oh,
how you
sorry,
feel
Joe.
about it. You get the impression that these stairs are dangerous. Okay, so like I said, if you can push the roll, but you risk falling if you fail, or you can decide, you know what, these stairs are rotten and aren't going to hold my weight, and go back.
I think I'm going to push it. Just,
Okay.
yeah. I think, yeah. Okay.
Oh!
8!
Hey,
Yeah.
well done. So yeah,
That's good.
Jumps the last 4.
She flies.
as you get the shock of this music coming back on behind you, you look back down, and where you thought before that the steps were moving a little bit, all of a sudden you're distracted, and you suddenly realise that actually they're not moving. Must have been your imagination. And you slowly and carefully take a step down. There's a door at the bottom. The door of the basement has a lock and 3 bolts, able to be opened from the upstairs side only. Below is the main basement storage room. The stairs, as I just explained to you in all of that crap, are of poor repair. It's dark down here. There's a putty light switch, and you put it, but the bulb doesn't work. The walls of the basement are lined with closely fitted boards. So yeah, it's dark down here. Perhaps when you were at the top of the stairs, you switched the light on, and the light on the stairs came on, but when you get to the bottom, switches off.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Fucking rough.
That's not good. Do I have a flashlight?
I don't know, do you have a flashlight? What do you
I think we picked some up from the
picked-
Johnny Dick
I think,
fingers,
yeah.
didn't
You
we?
picked some up. Did you
I
pick up
reckon
one?
I
each?
would have.
Roll me,
I
make
knew
me,
you gave me the gun.
make me
I gave you a gun.
Make me
I
a
think I
little.
would've given
you
you a flashlight.
did give him a little gun, her a little gun. Make me like a luck roll, and I'll give you a
Okay.
bonus on it as well. I'll be fair. So basically,
Got like 65, I think I see.
you need to roll under a 65.
Oh, 65. Okay. What is that? 69? Or is that 96?
Yeah, no. Yeah, 60. 90, 99.
99. Well, I did say that you could have a bonus die, so roll the 10s again, and hopefully it can't be any worse than a fucking 90.
Fingers crossed. 59.
There we go. So
Hey,
yeah,
just
there we go.
under.
Yeah, so you did in fact have a flashlight. I don't know. Imagine back in the 1920s they were pretty chunky things, but you came prepared. You knew it was dark, and you knew that you were going to an abandoned old house. Why wouldn't you have took a flashlight? You flick on the flashlight. Okay, let me just move your token so you can see.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually scared.
There you go. So you're on the stairs now. You might need to scroll your
Yep.
screen down a little bit. Okay. I'll come back to
Okay.
you in a moment.
Okey
Pisswinkle.
dokey.
Yeah.
You've just smashed up this grandfather clock. You hear a shout saying, I'm going downstairs. And then all of a sudden, music bursts back into life. Coming back from the living room down the hall.
Right, so I'm going to head back towards the kitchen. I think through the door to my just past where I think it's the kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so you're right next to the kitchen door.
Yeah. So
As you run in,
yeah.
you hear a coming from the floorboards above you. Maybe sounds like somebody running around upstairs. And you hear a little giggle. Like children.
That's not children.
That's
That's a genie.
No, what I mean, Harry. Smash the kids up there.
No, I'm ignoring the kids. I'm heading towards Dotty. Go and make sure she's okay.
Okay, so you're just going to go down the stairs.
Aye, Captain.
Make me a luck roll, please.
We're
Is it a
coming.
luck roll? Hold on. No, a dex roll. Sorry. Dex roll.
Dex. 60. So 20. 26.
I'm assuming that's less than your dex.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Fantastic. You successfully move yourself down the stairs. I'll move you both down here. So at this point, Dorothy's in the room. Dick Fingers is just going to move you in so you can see what's going on.
Yeah.
So the maps are really basic, so you're not missing much
No.
on this one, unlike the D&D game we've got. Okay. Basement. Have I got a tab open for the basement? I do. Okay. So it's really dark down here as you come down here, as I said, but you can see a flashlight moving around. Do apologise because I'm just scanning the text. Okay, so in this smallish room are scattered tools, pipe, a trash can lid, lumber, nails, screws, and so forth like that. You see the walls it's a dirt floor, and the walls are all lined with wood paneling. There's a door in the northeast of the room. What do you do?
Well, I was trying to find it 1 minute. At the door in the northeast of the room. I think we should just go and check it out, shall we, Dotty?
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
It might be painted.
So basically, there's loads of detritus everywhere down here. It's just filled with rubbish. Like somebody's just been using this as a garbage
dumping
area,
ground.
dumping ground. Basically, there's a door up in the top right. There's a little door there you can see. So
Ooh,
basically, as you come
hang
down,
on, Matt. We're in the basement, right?
you're in the basement.
This is where that fella's supposed to be buried, isn't it?
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right.
Kill him again.
So
Your spirit just rises.
potentially, you came down the stairs, and there's basically a wall in front of you, and then it opens to the left into this big open room. And then the wall that was in front of you as you came down the stairs goes round the bend. And you can see that's where the door is in the northwest corner. So you can see there's a room there in the corner of this big room that you're in. I said, even though it's smallish. Like I said, loads of detritus, rubbish around, things like that. Okay, the door. Let's have a look. Cool, these notes are not nicely organised. You open the door?
I reckon so. Yeah, why not?
So you open the door and you see what appears to be some kind of storage room. There's a chute going up and out to the outside. You walked around it before, actually. It was all nailed shut. You can tell in these kind of houses it would have been used for coal. They would have dropped coal down here that you would have used to have powered up the to light the burner, central heating burner, things like that.
Okay.
Cool.
Wow.
That's all that's in that
Well,
room.
here we are.
That's all that's in there. Okay.
It's a smallish room.
Well,
Shall we look through the rubbish that's down there? Maybe.
We
Yeah.
can have a butcher's through the rubbish. Anything we find in there,
Okay.
crypt keeper.
So, oh my goodness, I am bursting for a wee.
Well, let's pause it and go for a wee then.
Break
Pause
number
it for a
2.
week.
3 episodes.
3 episodes. Are we going to get? It's a Friday night. No one's got any work tomorrow. Should we make this 3 episodes?
I'm just going to go to Croydon tomorrow,
yeah.
but that's fine.
Well, I don't know about that. You can probably just cut this out and make it 2 because we haven't actually been playing long since the last break. But I'm just busting
Yeah.
for a piss.
Yeah.
So you guys talk, entertain the stream, and I'll be back in a second because I actually am going to piss myself.
You need to get a bottle, but I'm going to go as well. So yeah,
I pop a catheter in every game.
If only there was something with like shiwi for men.
there is. It's called
Here
a,
we-
a Pringles tin. They work.
Genuinely
I've been to festivals and I've done it.
How many did you get in a Pringles tin?
There's a
How
few.
many goes?
Well, you
Get
just
a few
empty them
go.
each time, didn't you, at the tent?
That's
So-
a good point. Rather than carry
actually
around
go
a
in a-
Pringle tin full of
Open
piss.
a
Yeah.
packet of
Exactly.
Pringles and it's not Pringles, is it?
Bunch of
No,
pop.
fancy a snack.
I think you eat the Pringles
You
first,
wouldn't think of Pringles being waterproof, would you? But no, they are. They're good.
or you think you
Yeah.
can still- They're just like tangy flavour.
And they're lady friendly as
Coffee
well.
Pringles.
That's
They
brilliant.
are, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't all crisps lady friendly?
Oh,
Well-
crisps are lady friendly crisps.
I don't mean the actual crisps. I mean the containers.
In which, to be fair, I suppose any crisp bag is.
True.
Yeah.
Really.
It
Yeah.
all depends how daring you are, innit? Because some of those crisps, like some of the cheap ones, their bags aren't very secure, are they? Or very large.
God, that was a
Mini
quick
cheddars
piss.
are risky.
Jesus.
Yeah, you could-
Mini cheddars and pork scratchings.
Is your toilet's like right next to the living room? I think it. Right?
Mine.
Who's winning the
No, the
Pringles?
sink
Yeah.
is.
My toilet's downstairs, so it's right next to the living room.
Yeah, mine's downstairs. I'm upstairs,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it's not far to go. Sorry about that. Anyway, welcome
It's
back.
fine.
So, I was just
Just talking
thinking.
about pissing.
I was thinking while I was having a piss. I'm trying to remember like who actually has what information. So, you guys, Pisswinkle.
We've all got the information because
No,
we all
no,
met
no,
up again, didn't we?
We haven't. Pisswinkle and Dorothy.
Yeah.
You came here. You've been to the library and you found that he wanted to be buried under here, but there was a lawsuit against him.
Yeah.
That's all you know.
Yes.
As for it was Dick, Casey, and Johnny who found the article at the church saying that he actually was buried there. So I actually don't think you do know.
No, I think we did. I think.
Okay, let's have a look.
No, you're right.
Go for
Handout 5.
Yeah.
Number 5. Evidently, Corbitt wins lawsuit. His obituary in 1866 states that he still lived in the same place. It also stated that second lawsuit was being waged to prevent Corbitt from being buried under the basement. In
And
the
then
basement.
6 is no
Who
outcome
found
of
number?
the lawsuit.
Yeah, who found number 5?
So
5
I
and
think
6 you used to.
In the library, yeah, we found
Yeah.
4 handouts.
yeah,
I
exactly.
think we just found the proof, like the ultimate proof.
Yeah, so in the church it says, musty old journal, which says, in accordance with his wishes and with the wishes of that one who waits in the dark, he was buried in the basement of his house. But the things from the library say, let's have a look. So basically, there was a lawsuit because his neighbours tried to sue him to force him to leave the area. He won that law case, and then there was a second one being waged to prevent him from being buried in the basement. But the last handout was that there was no outcome to the second lawsuit. So you don't actually know that he was buried in the basement because Dick Casey and Johnny Dickfingers only just found this out whilst you're here. So you don't actually know that he
Okay,
was
so we
buried in the
don't
basement.
actually know that. So we're just wandering around in the basement like a couple of numpties at the moment.
Yeah, and it's an abandoned house. It's been abandoned for a few months, and there's loads of rubbish and shit down here, and it's all boarded up. So it's up to you. If you want to search around the rubbish, you can search around the rubbish.
I can't imagine we're going to find much in the rubbish, are we? So, but let's do that anyway.
Okay.
It'd be like a weird garbage crystal maze.
Yeah, we'll have a quick look, but I don't think we'll spend
Yeah.
too much time. Just have
Yeah.
a look gander.
Okay. So please make me a. If you're both doing it, you can both
Yeah, yeah.
make me a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
What's the spot hidden roll?
It's on your sheet. Open it
It's
up.
in your sciences skills.
I got it up. Is there a
Woohoo!
spot?
Got it up. Boom, boom.
Hey,
Hey. I can't find spot hidden though.
25.
What?
25 for
How
you.
is it?
Yeah.
How are you seeing that?
It's
Where
in the
does it say?
third column, halfway down.
So I have to get lower than 25.
Is that right, Luke?
Yes. What?
She's got 25.
So she
for
needs to
spot
roll
hidden.
lower than a 25. That's right.
Oh,
I can't see where it says spot hidden.
go to skills. Scroll down in the right-hand column beneath sleight of hand. It's the second one down in science skills.
Would you like me to roll it for you on
Skills.
roll
Sorry,
20?
sorry. Yes, I have skills.
You got it?
Skills
Right, okay.
that pay the bills.
Ready?
Yeah, go on.
Really?
It doesn't say anything in skills though.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you might want to do it, Luke.
Okay, so Pisswinkle,
Yes.
your character sheet. It's spot hidden. On the right-hand side, underneath sciences skills, you have 25.
25. So I've got to roll.
Well, I'll
Less.
let you roll
65. Yeah.
because
So I got worse than that.
what did you roll?
I got a
81.
lot.
81. And what does Dorothy roll?
89.
Yeah. Do you search? It's rubbish.
Well,
Maybe you find a banana peel. You know,
Yeah.
It's bizarre that it hasn't. You know, it's rotten. It's nasty, and it really is. Like I said, it's junk. Like
Detritus.
detritus. It's not even like garbage. You know, this is like someone started to do some renovations and just throwing the shit down here.
Fair play.
Check under the rubbish.
Too late. That's what they just did. Back upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, back upstairs.
And I'll just move everyone back into the kitchen.
I like to go back
I
upstairs.
have to talk it to the mic.
How long we been here now? When are these two fellas turning
You've
up?
been in not long, maybe 20 minutes. These guys, yeah. So basically, because they failed the rolls and everything, and then they said they wanted to have a thorough search, they're going to be a while. But you don't know how long they're going to be.
Yeah. Well, I think we should just keep plodding around
Well, you've
here.
only searched 3 rooms. There were back in the corridor. There
There's
were
a lot of
3 doors,
rooms.
and there's an upstairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would one of you like
Okay.
to go upstairs, or else one of you checks the rest of the rooms?
Yeah. Well, we
downstairs?
heard some weird noises
You
coming
did
up
hear
from
some running
upstairs,
upstairs.
didn't we?
Yeah,
Thing
you said you
is-
heard something funny.
You have to
Let's
think
see.
rational.
Yeah.
We, the players, know that we're playing Call of Cthulhu, and potentially this place probably is haunted. But you, the characters,
We think there's kids upstairs.
probably
Fucking
think that
kids
there's
hanging around
somebody
upstairs,
squatting
they're
in here
broken
or
in.
something. Yeah, who knows?
I'm gonna go upstairs and see what the fuck's going on.
Give him an hiding.
I think I'd probably be a bit scared and I'd probably creep behind you.
Okie dokie.
Roll
Okay.
stealth.
So you're going to both go upstairs.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look upstairs, see what wankers are fucking about up there.
I think so.
It's me and Scapes.
Yeah.
Scapes. Fucking hell.
Oh,
Well,
sorry,
we'll,
Luke.
we'll see what else is up there, and we might smash some more stuff up.
Okay. As you go up the stairs, it kind of goes round, like round a bend as you go up to the upper level. And again, you've got a long corridor. Windows looking outside. You can see out the windows, but all you're faced with is these tall office buildings that I mentioned earlier on that are either side. You hear, as I mentioned earlier on, it is raining, and there's a crack of thunder, and the rooms light up, and you can see there's a door straight to your left, and there's 3 further doors along the corridor.
Well, might as well check each door as we go along, eh?
This artwork's
suppose so.
amazing on here.
It is, isn't it?
You don't get to see it. I don't know if I can how to show.
Oh, I
show
thought you
this.
meant the map.
I thought, yeah, I thought on the corridor maybe there's some really pretty paintings.
Yeah, so downstairs I did say there were some paintings in the corridor.
Oh, we
Pisswinkle
didn't
the
really
eyes-
do that, did we?
To the eyes.
Yeah, I
move.
don't know if there's any way of showing this to you guys or not. There's some lovely artwork, but I can't seem to. I'm going to show this to you. Don't read any of the text. Just have a look at the. Just have a
Don't
look
look at it.
Just look at the picture if you can.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's good.
cool.
Yeah. There's, on all of these guys as well. Don't look at the rest of the text, please.
Is that a bed?
No, it's a hanging thing, isn't it? It's a hangamajig, isn't it?
I
A
think,
hangamajig.
Oh yeah, one of
I
those.
don't know. Lovely artwork. Okay, upper floor. Yes, as I said, you've got a corridor. Again, there's maybe some like portrait paintings and things like that hanging on the walls. There's a door immediately to your left, or 3 further doors as you go along the corridor.
Can I check the one to the left?
The first bedroom, you certainly can. Where is Pisswinkle going?
I'll go in the first room on the right.
You're both going to go in there.
Split party.
You're playing this too much like D&D. You're not.
No, I said I'm going. I'm going right. She's going left.
I thought you're both going to the first room.
Well, Dorothy's going to the first room on the left. I'm going to the first room on the right.
There isn't a room on the right.
All right, I'll go to the second room on the left then.
Super. That's what we like to hear. Mix it up. Okay, I'm just going to open all these up so that I don't have to keep on doing it later. B, objects, tokens, Piss, Winkle, second room, Dorothy, first room. Boom. Okay, guide, upper floor. Okay, room 4, the first room that you go in through. Dorothy, a bathroom containing a sink, a bathtub, and a water closet with an overhead tank. Towels and other possessions are still here, typical to a family of 4. A brackish pool of water has collected in the bathtub, fed by a dripping faucet which cannot quite be closed off. Drip, 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 drip.
I'll be back in 1 sec.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Let's have a look around to see if there's any little cupboards or something anywhere.
Okay, yeah, sure. You look around, you find a 1920s toothbrush, you find some 1920s shaving gel. There's not a whole lot in this room. You're going to spend some time looking around at all that kind of stuff. Maybe there's a cabinet and you can open up and you find some pills which are labelled whatever kind of drugs they used to give people in the 1920s for mania and depression and things like that. In the name of Macario, Gabriella Macario. But they're out of date, you know, they've not lived here for a while.
Okay.
And we need to wait. We need to wait because the other room we need to know. We need to know what's happening in the other room. But, I mean, you have a nose in here in the bedroom. And you can, if you want to go and catch up with old David, you can do, or we can wait until he comes back.
I think I'll let him have a little look in there. I think I'll be looking around in here for a bit. Even though there is probably nothing, I think I'd probably still have a gander.
Okay. Righty then. Let's check the chat. So basically, Dick, Casey, and Johnny. Then, I mean, I don't know. I said that you're probably going to be searching around for an hour or two. And these guys have probably only been here for not long, probably about half an hour searching around. So you're probably still in that church. I don't have any more information for you, but I just feel bad that you're left out of the game. So you search around the church and you don't really find anything more than that.
Well, this was a waste of time, eh, Dick?
Well, not true.
Well,
I mean,
we found the thing. I thought we was en route because, or the fact that you gave us that handout meant we had to stay there a bit longer to find what you gave us.
Yeah, exactly that. So basically, because you failed 2 or 3 rolls, you shouldn't have found it. But I didn't like the way the module was written. That if you just have that one chance to find it. So what I said there is that, like, because you said, can we have a look, like another search, you know, and keep on looking around the rest of it. I was like, oh, you can have it. But maybe after an hour or so, you find that you search around the rest of it, you don't find anything. So would you eventually
en route to the house? Oh, en route to the house, I am going to stop by somewhere where I can pick up a shovel.
Okay. What's going through Dick Casey's head when he wants to get a shovel?
It's been a while since I done some gardening, and if his body was still under there, maybe it
Of
maybe it
course.
has
Dig it up.
secrets. So I'm thinking we may need a shovel to do some digging,
Yeah.
metaphorically and literally.
So I've got it in my head that this church isn't actually that far away from the mansion anyway. Like you could probably
That's
walk
right.
it in 5-10 minutes. So and I'm assuming you guys have got a car, so you make a small detour. So we'll have it. I think you might arrive here shortly. But let's get back to the guys. Now Pisswinkle is back. In the room, Dorothy. After checking around the bathroom and you didn't find anything, would you catch up with Pisswinkle? Or would you go into the next room?
I think I'd go into the next room.
Okay. So this is room 2, a children's room. This room contains 2 small beds, toys and dressers. Pictures of aircraft and cowboys mark this as the children's bedroom.
Okay.
You hear
Can I look?
some giggling. Children voices.
Children voices.
Right. Can I have my flashlight on and I'm like frantically like looking around? Is there a wardrobe? Can I like open that?
Children's wardrobe. Absolutely there is.
Why would you open that?
I don't know.
Eric,
Okay.
Can I knock on it to see if anything's gonna knock back
You
before
knock
I
on the wardrobe. Pisswinkle. This room contains a bed frame, bare bed springs, and a dresser. Though unused, this room looks like the other 2 bedrooms that you've not yet been into. Okay. They've numbered the bedrooms backwards. Okay. There's a window, as you can see on the map. It just like a little cutout for a window looking outside. And as I said already, there's a flash of lightning and there's raining and stuff. And you hear like a rattling and a banging and a scratching, and like the window jiggles, not like wind rattling. There's no tree outside, like someone's trying to open the window.
But I've still got my crowbar, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
I've still got my crowbar, haven't I?
You do, yeah.
I smash it up.
You go towards the window.
One son.
Yeah, I smashed the fuck out of that window.
Okay. Okay. Dorothy, you hear thumping, boom, 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 coming from the wall between yourself and Pisswinkle. Pisswinkle, can you please... Let's have a look. I need to read this
My
very
God.
quickly.
Am I getting mad?
If you lose a fight against a
Bless you.
Ew.
You made me a spot hidden roll, please, Pisswinkle.
Oh, that was 25, wasn't it? I just rolled a 57.
Okay, you go over and you smash the window, and you because this is what you're doing. You're just smashing everything that makes a noise. And something pushes you. You don't know what. You get pushed, and you fall out of the window. Dorothy, all you hear is a smash as glass breaks, and and a crash of lightning.
Is he dead?
No, we don't know. No, dude.
Pisswinkle,
Yeah.
how many hit points do you have? What's your maximum HP?
Where's my HP on this thing? Let's have a look.
Ben will be dead. He owes me money.
Yeah. Where is HP on here? Oh, 11.
Near the top. 11. Okay. Right. If you were looking in the journal, you can find the hit points, wounds, and healing section. Okay. You've just taken 8 points of damage as you get smashed in the back and get sent flying out of the window. You have taken. I'm just trying to find. No. When a character takes damage of greater than or equal to half their full hit points, which you just have, in a single blow, they've received what's called a major wound. You must make a con roll, a constitution roll, or fall unconscious. Make a constitution roll, please.
Same dice, but where's constitution on my...
One of your main stats across the top.
Oh, yeah, 60.
Oh, brother.
45.
So that's a success.
Yay.
That's good.
Okay, so you land thud on your back. Luckily, it's been raining and the grass, which is overgrown, kind of cushions you fall a little bit as you take 8 points of damage, but you are in pain. You feel that you've seriously done yourself an injury. Perhaps you've broken some ribs.
Ruptured a testicle.
Yeah. I'm going home. This for a laugh.
Yeah, that's what I like about this game is that you haven't got to defeat a dragon and get on with it. Just go home.
So that's basically what it says on healing damage and stuff like that. So when a character takes damage of greater than or equal to half their full hit points in a single blow, they have received a major wound. They must make a con roll or fall unconscious. If a character with a major wound falls to 0 hit points, they are close to death and dying, which you haven't yet. He or she must make a successful con roll at the end of the following round. So that's to do combat. So that's fine. You passed it. So you're conscious. You're lying on the back on the floor, and as you land, your ribs crack, and you're in agony, and it's going to take you. You're dazed, and you're it's going to take you a little while. We're going to cut back to Dorothy. As I say, you hear a smash. You hear thumping. You hear a scream.
Right. Well, I'm gonna, I think, run to where that's come from and look out the window and see that he's on the floor.
As you pull open the door, because the door's closed, as you pull open the door, the room, let's have a look.
Are you in the kids' room?
Yeah.
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 Oh, fuck.
Can you please make a sanity roll?
Oh dear, I don't think that was very high. Right.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Oh, okay. Right. So is that...
You have to roll less than your sanity score.
Right, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, so I just threw my face. Okay. 42.
What's your sanity
Yay.
score? Is that a success?
50.
Bosh.
Yes.
Nice.
You open the door and at first you're shocked. Maybe you let out a gasp as you see. You think for a second you see a bed levitating, but then you look again and it's just still. It hasn't moved, but there's blood everywhere, running round the walls, running down the walls, and running impossibly fast into the middle of the room and pooling and bubbling, and then it disappears. You run to the window and you look outside, and you can just hear and see. It's dark, but you've got your flashlight, and you see Pisswinkle lying on the floor at the bottom of outside, just on his back. Like, you're not quite sure if he's conscious or not, but he's groaning, which you can't quite hear over the rattle of the rain and the crashes of thunder.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know whether she just carry on or be like, oh, you okay? Like, I feel like, just leave
What would you
let it
do
die.
in real life? What would Emily do if you heard all of this and you've run into the room and you think you see blood, and then you kind of realise that it's just nothing, just a poor lighting, and then you see your friend who's fallen out the window? What would Emily do?
I'm going to run to my friend outside. I'm leaving the house.
You
I'm
run
gonna go check
downstairs
it.
and you leave
Okay.
the house. Okay.
Yes.
You're going to have to, unless you want to bust open the door or another window, you're going to have to go back down the stairs, into the dining room, out the window and round the building.
Yes.
That's fine. And you find Pisswinkle laying there blinking, shocked, not aware. someone's pushed you, Pisswinkle. You've got no idea. Like, there's no one else in the house apart from Dorothy.
That was a bit fucking nuts, Dotty. Who the fuck pushed me out the window? Did you see anyone?
No, I was in a room with loads of blood that disappeared, and then I saw you on the floor.
Well, sounds
Okay.
like we've done some dodgy mushrooms to me.
I
Fucking
think
hell.
so.
I mean, mushrooms
we
are a
can't
thing in
even bring
1920. I suppose they must have been. They've been around since the dawn of time. But
Exactly.
Trying to flood
Well, if you go to the exhibit at Somerset House,
Exactly. You will.
apparently, the guy who designed that was a fun guy.
fun guy.
Fun guy.
They're only letting 10 people in at a time because
There's
there's
not
not
much room.
Disgusting.
Mushrooms are gross.
Well, it's going
I
well.
can't stand them. Yeah.
Going well, Dotty and Pisswinkle, isn't it?
But wait, like, I
Well-
don't know. Like, now I've made sure. I mean, he's not right.
Yeah. Well,
But
Dotty,
kind of-
maybe we should hang around for Dick and Johnny to turn up.
Dick
I
and Johnny.
think that's
Because
a good
there's
idea.
some fucked up shit going on around these parts.
Yes. We'll just sit here
In
and
the
wait.
rain.
In the rain.
Thumbs up.
I ran smash glass. Oh, is that us turned up? Is it?
Okay, so
No.
at that point,
I don't know.
yeah, Dick, Casey, and Johnny pull up to the outside of the house. And you guys might see like headlights kind of hanging around at the end of the alley around the side of the house. And Dick Casey and Johnny Dick Fingers are on the scene.
You've
I
been
see?
here the whole goddamn time and you've not even been in yet? God
No.
damn it, what a waste of fucking time.
Can I see the smashed window?
You're on the face.
I mean, it's round the other side of the house. I mean, you've basically, so let's forget them. You've pulled up to the front of the house.
Oh, we can't see him, sorry.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
pulled
yeah.
up to the front of the house and you've walked in. The house looks empty, as I have read out
Yeah.
to the others right at the very, very beginning. Yeah,
Seems strangely quiet, Dick.
Yeah, we can't see him. We
There's
agree
the car
to meet here. In we go, I think.
Inside, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, go in.
Front door.
I think go
Oh yeah.
front door.
I've been living here so long, my accent's going. Through the
Yeah.
front door it is.
Yeah, front door. But I do
Why
like
don't
your
you
keep up, man. You'll make it, honestly.
do that thing you did at the church with the door and your boot?
What do you mean? Hey-ya!
Ah, excellent.
yeah. So it's got
Yeah.
several bolts on it. So secured with a single lock, but there are some additional bolts that seem to have been added within the
Oh.
last year or two. They're all on the outside. They're just simple kind of padlocks, you know, like when you have like a plate
Yeah.
Oh,
on
it's a
it.
staple sort of thing, yeah.
Basically, it wouldn't take
Yeah.
much to kick it down.
Okay, I'll kick it down, but make
Oh,
it look
kick.
like it's really hard.
I'm happy with that.
Excellent. Anybody home?
Kids are scared of the park.
I can smell fear.
As you walk in, there's a long corridor. To your right, you see a pair of double doors, which leads to, from where you're standing, you can see like some chairs and things like that. Perhaps it's like a sitting room, coffee table type thing. Along the left wall as you walk in, what would be the north wall if we're looking at it as a topographical map, bird's eye view, several doors along the wall. And at the end of the corridor, a grandfather clock, which looks like it's been smashed up at some point. You don't know who by.
I nudge Dick and go, look, Pisswinkle's been here.
There
That's his work.
flashlight on.
Flashlight on. It flickers a bit. You have to give it a bit of a
PC.
bang, and it comes on.
Hand.
There's several pieces of artwork. In the middle of the room, there's a big oil painting of in the middle of the corridor, which you can just about see, quite a big portrait.
Well, I think I would move up this corridor, just peeking in the room, see if I can see anyone.
Hand on gun for me.
Yeah, me too.
The latch is open. Just got my hand on it.
Okay. So there's a
Yeah.
door to your left, a door to your right into the living room. and there's another 2 further doors as you go up.
How do we play this? The old Kansas City shuffle or stick together?
I think we'll just stick together, sticking our heads in these rooms. Let's just like walk.
It would be stupid to split up, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Little.
So let's go. We're going down the corridor, and until we're going to do this very Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you know, one each side of the door, clear onto the next, you know. Let's go in the first. Let's go to the first room on the left.
First door on the left. So that one's currently closed, but let me just get a description for you.
Okay.
As you open the door, ground floor. Open the door. This room is filled with boxes and junk, such as rusted water tanks and old bicycles. Why do people keep bicycles in there? It's a storage room. At the right end of this room is a cupboard which is boarded shut.
Sorry, is this the room to the north of us?
This is the first door on your left as you go in.
On our north.
Yes,
Okay.
sorry, yeah.
Oh, it's a little tiny room.
Yeah.
Are we going in?
Yeah, that's what I just, that's the door that you just opened. Filled with boxes and junk, rusted water, tanks and old bicycles. Right end of the room is a cupboard boarded shut.
I just want to spot hidden because I'd hide stuff in here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So basically,
I want to watch the door.
you want to. So like I said, the cupboard's boarded shut. So you want to smash that open. You don't need to roll for it. You can just smash it open.
Oh, okay. Yeah, smash it open.
Okay. Within, you find 3 bound books.
Oh, look, some books. I like books.
They look like they're not like
The Mr. Men.
yeah, they're Mr. Men books. They're not books like that someone's bought. You know, they're not professional books, whatever the fucking term is. They're diaries. They look like diaries. You have a ready.
Oh,
Okay.
you know, yeah.
They
This is sort of
appear to be diaries of a certain W. Corbitt, as you know, the former inhabitant of the house, as the address on the flyleaf of Volume 1 testifies. The Corbitt diaries are in English, though sometimes strangely phrased. To have a proper read of these diaries, it's going to take days to pore over these. Okay,
I'll
but
read
you can
these
tell
here.
that these are they belong to Corbitt.
Can I go to the? I don't know if this works your end, but can I look at the last entry?
The very last entry.
I do.
The very last entry. I'm going to make this up on the spot, but basically it talks about how he's done it. I've finally done it. I've learned. You know, I know I can now. I've got in touch with the Dark One, and I am soon. I shall be able to call forth the Opener of Ways.
Well, that's jolly good.
Exciting.
Okay.
That's a little bit freaky, isn't it?
Fuck
Especially-
yes.
Especially if the old man's still buried underneath the house.
Yeah.
Maybe we should check upstairs. Maybe that's where they've gone.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, let's head. I've got my shovel on me. Fuck it, just to save time. To go rather than go back to the car. That's just in my hand.
I think we go back out into the corridor and move on looking for the stairs.
That's fine. Pisswinkle and Dorothy, as I say, you saw a car pull up, engine,
Yes.
you saw the headlights, engine switch off. You hear a bang and a crash as you're guessing like someone's kicked a door down. What do you do?
Can I run back in and see who that was?
Of course you can. Pisswinkle.
Yeah, I'll follow and I'll we'll give a shout and say
Okay.
Casey and Fingers, is that you?
Shout them.
I'm glad you shouted because I've got my hand on my gun.
So you hobble around. You find it difficult to stand up, and you're not moving as quickly as you'd expect. You've clearly broken some ribs. You know, you've taken a lot of damage. You're not in good way. You really, at some point, need to go to a hospital. But You catch up. There we go. What do you talk
Fucking
about?
hell, mate. You look like you've fallen out of a window or something. You all right?
Yeah, I've been smashing shit up, and I smashed up the wrong.
So we saw the grandfather clock.
Yeah.
You're in it somewhere.
I smashed up the wrong thing, and I got chucked out of a window.
And this Corbitt's diaries, you know, and it turns out he was actually buried here in the end. And it's funny, he was done it for something to do with a dark one.
Yeah, there's some freaky shit going on around
He was
here.
asked to be buried in the basement, and also the wishes of that was the same wishes as this one that we call the one who waits in the dark.
And we don't think it's Jimmy Savile. It's probably someone else.
Gary Glitter.
That's a bit dark. I don't know where that come from. Sorry.
Where have you
But
been so far? Have you been in here yet?
We have been in the basement and we didn't find much there. We've looked around here and then we went upstairs, which is where a lot of weird shit's been happening.
Okay,
Music
well,
starts playing from the living room.
Oh, I love this song.
I'm sure that sounds just like a 1920 song.
Yeah.
gun comes out.
This music keeps happening. There's no one else here.
I am gonna go towards the music.
That's fine. I mean, you should be able to control your token, but it doesn't really matter. You go into the living room. It doesn't, because it's not like anything to see in it on the map.
Yeah.
You go in there. There's a smashed up radio, like obliterated with a crowbar all over the place. But the music, you can't.
Pisswinkle in here.
You
You
can't
didn't do a very
see anything.
good
You
job.
walk in, you can't see anything, and you look behind a sofa. And as you just go behind the sofa, the music stops, and there's a smashed up radio on the floor.
Yep.
Pick it up or pick up some of the remnants of the radio.
Of course.
Anything that seems out of place? No, that's not just radio components. Anything that I can see would be making this happen?
No, it's just bits
Thinking
of
from that
smashed up bits
logical-
of wood and some small basic 1920s technological computer chips for a radio. You know,
How does it
whatever basic.
operate? Batteries or how do they?
How
How do they work? They wind
That's
up.
a good question.
Does-
That's a good
does it
question.
take
It would be
Let
battery
me
or
just go
or
to
electric,
college and
wouldn't it?
study
Yeah.
19th century history. I don't know. It was probably plugged into the wall, I would have imagined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This place is freaking me out. I think we need to go into the basement and re-kill this guy.
Yeah, let's go and dig up some dead dudes.
I don't know. Did you find anything in the basement?
Just
You said you
rubbish.
found nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot of trash. There wasn't much there. And I mean actual trash.
Yeah, but it's underneath the basement.
So Dorothy, like you're standing, you kind of getting, you're standing quite close to this painting that's on the wall, and it's quite a nice.
Oh yeah, you
oil-
keep saying about the painting.
Ghostbusters
it's
2
kind of
rules.
a nice
I was
Yeah,
gonna
oil
check it
painting.
down there.
So it's just oil painting. It's just kind of like a country field or something, and there's like an old house, and it's just like flowers in the field and stuff like that, and the river, and there's some ducks and stuff. Roll me spot hidden.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
25. No.
It was. I thought no. Let's check.
35.
Hey, let's have a look. Where's that go? Down here. 25.
25.
Right. Oh God, what's that? 67. Out of the 25.
So yeah, not great. You failed. That's fine. You're standing there. You're all in the corridor, kind of talking like this fucking music, like, and then Pisswinkle, and you're saying, you know, about the noises and nothing in the basement. From the corner of your eye, you think you saw a person in the painting, but then when you looked, there's nothing there. And as I said, it's just lovely oil paint, fields, flowers, like lots of dots. You know, it's a lovely painting. When you're nothing there. Dong, dong, dong. A clock chimes coming from the end of the hall.
Oh, fucking hell, Pisswood. Well, I thought we-
Gun and torch, police standard position.
I'm backing up
You
towards
see
the
a
door.
smashed up
English-
clock that's all over the floor. Pendulums just hanging on the floor. The clock's all down. It's obliterated thanks to
Pisswinkle.
someone.
Again.
Personally, I wouldn't mind having a quick look around. I feel that just digging in the basement could quite be a tedious and long task that may not lead
Yeah.
anywhere.
Just
upstairs.
don't, whatever you do, go in that room I went in. Or if you do, don't go near the window and smash it up.
Maybe we should just set a light to the whole place. Like, just get some petrol, set a light to the fucking place, and we'll come back and like sift through the ashes.
Well,
yeah,
my
fuck our
thinking,
$25.
my thinking is if we dig up a dead body, we have a dead body. If we find information, we get paid.
Look,
The guy wants information, doesn't he? He wants to know why these things keep happening in his house so he can rent it. He doesn't want a dead body dug up.
well, he does if he wants to rent the house out again.
Well, yeah, if that's the... I don't suppose we know that's quite the... Yeah.
I'd say
I want to
try
search for
upstairs.
stuff.
Like,
We can split, though.
We can split. James,
Yeah.
me and you, we'll go downstairs and start digging.
All right, then. Yeah,
I give him a
let's do that.
shovel.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do that.
off we go.
So who's doing what with the where now?
upstairs.
We're going to go downstairs. Can I borrow that crowbar?
Yeah, Pisswinkle and Dick Fingers going downstairs to dig up
Here's a spade.
whatever's down there.
Just move your token so I know who's going where. Because
Okay, where's downstairs?
yeah,
You're gonna have to move it, yeah.
I'm just reading for a second. So who's just moving? I'll catch you up in a second.
How do we know?
Where's
There's
downstairs?
Pisswinkle over here, I think.
All right.
Oh wait.
Oh, I see where we are compared to you earlier, yeah.
It's this way, isn't it?
I think. Oh no, I've gone up.
You.
Yeah, that's me.
Right, me and you are going to be here.
Let's hang here then.
Yeah.
Crack.
Where's that going up? I'm going up. I want to go the other way.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I need to go into the kitchen, don't I?
So who's going downstairs?
Me
me,
and
Just go with
James.
them.
we're having trouble finding it.
Okay, so
It's down this way, isn't it?
Dick Fingers and Pisswinkle are going back downstairs. Dorothy and Casey are going upstairs. Yeah.
Are we going up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going up. I want to have a glance in these rooms as we go past.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you can do that. Room number 2 and the second one on your left. Let me just got too many tabs open. But you open the door to room number 2. This room contains old furniture that might be broken up to burn in a wood stove. It's, again, being used kind of as storage. Just all broken up furniture and stuff like that.
Nothing that looks like storage or anything like that.
No, it's an empty room.
Cool. On to the next.
You'll remember that Mr. Knott did say to you that he'd sent in some renovators and recently as well. So the place is under renovation because he's trying to rent it. So that's
Okay.
room number 3. Next one over. There's a door going outside, and as you go in there, my guide's gone again. Sorry, 2 seconds. It's called a mud room. Here hang overcoats, galoshes, whatever they are, hats and umbrellas. Several bags of coal for the living room's freestanding stove are here. You notice that the side door is secured with 3 bolts and 2 locks. It's a mud room. I think that's like an old American thing. It's not even like what we'd call a pantry. It's basically like the back door. So people would come in here, take off their muddy stuff and leave it in this room so they don't walk it through the house, basically.
Does it look like it would fit the family that used to live here? It's not like work. It's close. Can I search the pockets of the coat?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't find anything of interest.
Cracking.
Well, I think we should upstairs.
Upstairs.
Going upstairs.
Yes.
We'll come
Now
to
this
you
is where you were, huh?
in a bit. I'll just place you up there. So you crazy kids, Johnny Dick Fingers and Dick Pisswinkle, heading downstairs. You want me a deck save, please?
Dexterity.
31. That's all right. It's under
Extreme
60.
success. I glide down the stairs as if I was like a Jedi Master.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely do. So you both go down there, and again, like I said to the others earlier on, they're very steep. They're creaking. At first, you're not sure if they're safe, but you're careful, really careful. You're holding onto the side. There's a light switch at the top, and when you pull it, the light comes on downstairs, and you go down.
Well, at least there's a light here. I wouldn't go down here otherwise.
Are the stairs joining? Like, are we near them?
Right. So no. So basically, there's the hallway going down the middle of the house. And the stairs going up are at the end of the hallway, and they go up and round. The stairs going down to the basement are through the kitchen. So whilst technically, if you were looking at a plan of the property, yeah, they're kind of on top of each other, but you can't access the stairs to the basement without going through the kitchen. So no, they're not. From where you are, you can't see them. They've had to go in through the kitchen and then down.
I was going to throw something down the stairs to shit them up.
Can I just check the floor to see if there's any sign of like disturbance?
Yeah, so absolutely you can. Let me just do that.
This one.
Any signs of disturbance on the? So it is a dirt floor down here.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, and as I explained to the others earlier on, let me reread it for you. I've got so many guides open, you have to bear with me. So yeah, currently the light is still on. You've managed to keep it on, and no, the floor's not disturbed at all. But there's just detritus everywhere, like I said earlier on. There's fuck me, where's the stuff gone? There's just like rubbish down here, like bits of old broken furniture, old rusty tools, bits of pipe, like I said, the lid of a trash can, bits of lumber, nail screws. Again, like, you know,
Well,
things have possibly been
much
chucked down
attention to
here by
that.
the renovators, ready to do the rest of the house, potentially.
All right. Well, I think I'd be attracted to that door at the back. Hey, Pisswinkle, what do you reckon? Let's have a little creep round here then.
Why not?
Yeah, so that door at the back there, again, that's been looked in previously. It's a coal room, basically. There's a chute that goes up and outside where and coal that's piled up on the floor. It's basically where they would chuck coal down. They'd go shopping and chuck coal down here to put into the boiler. And perhaps there's a boiler in the corner as well of this room.
Can I? Like, it's probably in here, isn't it?
What?
Just says there's a storage bin once intended for coal, and the door to the outside coal chute has been nailed firmly shut.
It's been nailed firmly shut.
I'll tell you what.
Actually,
Both make me make me an intelligence roll.
success.
Oh,
36.
how the fuck did I do that?
An extreme. No, it's the last roll.
My intelligence is 80 and I got 99.
Fuck me. Okay. So you don't know what the fuck's going on. You're injured. That would be considered like a critical fail, like a fumble, basically. But you just don't know what the fuck's going on. You're like, I've told you, I've been down here. There's nothing down here, mate. Like, what the fuck are we doing down here? I've fallen out of a window. I need to go to fucking hospital. And Johnny Dickfingers, on the other hand, who's used to, like, you know, people in the mob, like, people hide shit. Like, you're aware of, like, people, this kind of shit going on. You think to yourself, this room's really small.
Yeah, I'd like bear coke here.
This room is really, really small. The upstairs of the house is much longer. And this room is really, really small.
Oh,
all the walls are wooden panels.
Sorry?
Wooden panels.
I started searching along the north wall.
The
with
north
my hand.
wall.
Yeah.
You start tapping on the north wall and it sounds solid. Thud, thud, thud.
Okay. I start moving along and I start going around the west wall.
Okay. This wall, on the other hand.
Dum, dum, dum.
Dum 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum. It sounds hollow.
Fucking hell, Pisswinkle. Heavens to Murgatroyd, Pisswinkle. This room seems like it's got fucking hollow fucking walls.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dick Fingers. It's that fucking blind eye whiskey you've been serving me.
Yeah, I don't want to hear none of that. It's fine. It's all legit. All right. And you still got a tab to pay, so don't give me that shit. But anyway, this wall's fucking this wall's bare hollow, in it, fam.
Defos.
Yeah.
Let's smash it up.
Yeah, let's smash it up. You're right.
Definitely.
I'd like. I was going to shoot it with my shotgun, but no.
No, Pisswinkle's got a crowbar.
I got a crowbar. I can smash the shit out of this wall.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. He launches himself at the wall. Oh no, but he's quite damaged. Do you want me to do it?
Nah, fuck it.
Oh, well, hold on. Give me a second. You smash through this wall. Boom. You find a crawl space.
Bless you.
And there's another wall. There's a small space, maybe 3 or 4 foot wide there. As you start putting away boards, and you can see that there's, like I said, another wall opposite. Right. Foul odors emanate from in this way. It stinks. It almost catches you off your feet, and you start gagging. Almost, you kind of suffer in a gag.
Fuck me. Have you farted, Johnny?
You hear lots of squeaking, like, beep, beep, ding, 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 and loads of. I don't want to. Yeah.
Oh mate, you know what? I think they've got pests. They got rats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely rats, and that wasn't just my fart. That's the smell of the room as well.
Yeah, as you smash through here and you shine your light in here, you see just dozens and dozens of rats, and they start charging out towards you.
What's that? This way.
Oh, don't do that. Go back.
Start swatting at them.
You've gone too far. You've gone too far.
Oh no.
You've put yourself through the wall. Yeah, okay. Let me just GM overlay. Boom. Move to objects as a group of rats.
Oh.
And they're all squeaking. Squeak. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Best accent so far.
Yeah. And these rats come over you. Rat pack.
Dirty bastards.
Okay. So, who was it? Was it Pisswinkle cracking open the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was.
And they're going to basically, as they run past you, they kind of run over you. Can you make me a dex check?
Dex 16. 65. Yeah, 65.
So
I got 60 for my dex, so yeah, I failed.
would you like to use some luck?
Yes.
So you can use
Yeah,
5
boy.
points of luck. So
Yeah.
just make sure you deduct that from your luck.
How do I deduct?
Yeah, it's easy.
luck?
So open up your
Where is it?
character
Yeah.
sheet. Dick,
Go to edit mode.
Pisswinkle, and then you've got your running luck is there. Have you already done it?
Nope.
So you got 60 luck, so you just delete it and write 55. Boom.
Oh, from my luck.
I've done it for you, it's fine.
Oh, you've done it. Okay. Because you haven't. My hit points are still 11 at the moment, and I've got.
So you should have done that. You took.
I don't know how. I couldn't figure out how to do that. so-
Again, you just deduct. So you took 8 points earlier on. So 11 minus 8 is 3. You're really not well.
I'm really not well.
Okay, so these rats overwhelm you as they charge over, and you freak out and you fall over to the ground. Let's have a look. So they are going to make an attack as they run over you and bite on you. So what happens is I roll an attack and you roll a dodge.
Okay.
So again on your character sheet you roll dodge,
Let's go try it.
and basically whoever. Well, okay, well. What did you roll?
20.
Yeah, so that is probably at least a hard success for you, I imagine.
Yeah.
What's your fighting skill?
Where's my fighting skill?
Oh, so your dodge skill, sorry.
Where's Dodge on here? I can't find Dodge.
It's on the left, I
Yeah,
think.
on the left of your character sheet. Yeah.
I'm looking here. I can't see it. What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, skills.
Yeah.
No.
So basically,
On
both
the
attacker
left.
and defender roll percentage dice and compare the levels of success. If you're fighting back using your fight skill, you need to achieve a higher level of success. So you're dodging, so you need to achieve a higher level of success than the attack. So on your character sheet
Yeah.
for Pisswinkle,
Yeah.
your dodge is 30. What did you roll?
20.
Yeah, so you succeed. I rolled a 63, so it was a fail. So you manage to scramble out. You fall over. You kind of like as they run over you, and you kind of fall over. But you manage to scrape backwards, and they just run next to you. They bite at you and stuff. But you manage to kick away. And all these rats, they just fucking piss off. They're not going to stand and fight
Nice.
you. They're not a monster like in D&D monster. They just piss off. And what you see, then going back into this crawl space. Pretend you don't see anything for a second. Is up at there's a hole. How do you draw in this program again? Draw a line. There you go. So as you look through the hole that you've made, you can see at the end where the rats were, there is another hole going into what appears to be another room.
Yeah. Let's go through. Are you all right, Pisswinkle? Can you make it?
I'm a bit fucked, but yeah, why not?
Are you both
Come on,
crawling through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's my bad. I was moving you there. I was feeling.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, this room 4.
Oh my god, there's a big token in the middle of the floor.
What the
So
fuck's
you're
that?
crawling through. It is a crawl space. It's tight to get through there, and you have to crawl on your hands and knees, and you come out of this hole. Lying motionless and seemingly dead on a pallet in the center of this room is a drawn, wooden-looking wizened figure of some 6 feet, skinny and naked with ghastly white flaring. Saucer-like eyes and a nose like a knife blade. Some sort of chain rests around his neck. He has lost all hair and has shrunken gums, make his teeth look very long. From him comes a sharp, sweet, churning scent like rotten corn. The floor is earthen, and there is a table in the southwest corner with some curled papers on it. I am going to come to that in a minute.
Ooh.
Right, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. It is 10 past midnight. We are very, very close to doing this, but it's going to be probably an hour before we do. It's really up to you guys whether you want to carry on or whether you want to call it a night.
To be honest,
Get it done.
I'm gonna crash.
Yeah,
Because
I've
I've
hit a
been
bit of a
at
wall.
work all week,
Yeah,
and I'm
I
pretty
have
fucked.
feeling.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, maybe we'll have to have an extra one at some point. to
yeah.
finish it
It
off.
sucks that we can't finish this now, but
Yeah,
I'm in agreement. I'm a bit
Yeah.
crashing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do with a bit of
Okay.
snooze.
So
Yeah, go on.
yeah, it's fine. I'm kind of in agreement because I'm thinking to myself, I could probably go on for another 20 minutes, but another hour at least.
Yeah.
We
I
don't want
think.
to rush it either.
Yeah.
We're so
Yeah,
close to
yeah.
finishing it as well. So
I know
It's
we're
a
close.
shame.
I think
It's a
I was
big
like,
shame, but
if we fuck the upstairs off, I was like, oh shit, we should have
Yeah.
gone with them, and then we at least would
But
have
that's what
been
I
near
was
the
literally,
end.
I was about to jump to you guys upstairs, and then I thought to myself, oh shit, it's 10 past midnight.
Yeah, get it
Yeah.
done.
Like,
I was
so-
fully expecting not to be come back to until the end.
No,
So, like,
I'm trying my best to jump between everyone. So like they've done this, and I
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah.
I'll come back to you. But yeah,
I was about to say we fuck it off and follow them down to the
no,
basement.
it's too late. You've made the decision. But that's what I'm thinking. Is if I go back up to you guys and we do 15, 20 minutes of you looking around upstairs,
Room checking,
and then
Mm.
and then we go back down. It's like we're looking at an
Yeah.
hour before this gets finalised. I hope we do get a chance to
no, we will.
to this.
We will.
It's just a case
Absolutely.
of when, because
Yeah, I really.
It's a
like
quick
that.
hour, isn't it, left? So I think we can probably
Largely.
find a moment to quickly jump on and Smash it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ow.
well, definitely.
Most of my evenings are free, so I don't know about everyone else.
It's
but
all right for you to say that, but I've got a wife who is very demanding. And,
You do, yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe, I don't know. We'll sort something out offline.
Yeah.
Definitely. And you can just fucking cut this conversation out if we do release this as a podcast. But,
Yeah, it was great.
yeah, we'll sort
Yeah, I'll
something out.
crack on
Definitely.
with it.
Okay, cool. So people in the stream, there's not many. I didn't expect many people to come in tonight. So the fact that we have had some people is absolutely great. We really, really appreciate it. Psych, Lucaroo, Lecky Macon, who did leave earlier on. I didn't get to say bye, but it's understandable. It's really quite late. Thank you. We do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we're going to cut it there. You'll have to find out what happens in the basement next time on The Cock Show.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening. Please
Yes.
rate, review, subscribe, all that shit. Otherwise, have a great time doing whatever you do. This bourbon is lovely.
No worries.